Good morning. Let's do this. Cotter and Marshall Show back in your radio here on Tuesday. Also on that stream, get on it. Join the horde this morning. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, listen to the show. Download the Rock 1061 app. It's free. You get us on your in-home smart speaker. Find us on the website, streaming 24/7 at rock1061.com. Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yesterday, Cotter?
Yes.
We woke up to the news that there was a leaked Spider-Man trailer. And it was bad. I mean, like, the trailer, just the overall quality, just didn't look good. But yet, last night, we were gifted. Kevin Feige and the MCU gifted us the official Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, and it looks amazing.
I watched it last night several times. You're right. Looks great. There is a lot going on in this trailer.
Oh, yeah.
This movie is the door opening to, like, the multiverse in the MCU. And I'm really interested now. I mean, I was interested before because I love the first two Spider-Man movies. But I'm really interested to see just how this impacts the MCU moving forward because, I was a little worried. You got all the big names, or a lot of the big names leaving the MCU. The big actors, big characters. I think this is a way to make things interesting again, shake things up, maybe like a reset. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and they're bringing back, obviously, some of the villains and stuff from the previous Spider-Man trilogies that were out there, not connected to the MCU. So this is super cool if you're a Spider-Man fan, which apparently everyone is, because looking at the metrics and stuff of the trailer, I mean, this thing is an absolute behemoth. It had almost 15 million views in the first, 3 hours, which is unbelievable.
So the movie hits theaters December 17th. It's not going to be going to any streaming service right away. It's going to be in
theater only.
Theater only. Is this the first true mid/post-pandemic blockbuster in the movie theater?
It's going to be one of them for sure. I mean, I can't quite think of anything else that's really coming up. I mean, there's a couple MCU movies like The Eternals and Shang-Chi, but no one really cares about those like they care about Spider-Man. So, yeah, this thing is going to be a monster, dude.
Yeah, this one you want to see in the theater. So if you haven't seen the trailer yet, it is awesome. Be sure to check it out. So coming up on the show today, we are going to get to explain The Bachelor. We've got Lauren from Connect Savannah in studio. So I watched Bachelor in Paradise last night, and my wife realized last night that this is now a thing, and she was not happy.
What?
Well, she's like, why are you watching this? It's like, it's a new feature on the show. She's like, why am I watching this? Because you're here sitting on the couch. And she literally went upstairs and started doing work.
Okay.
Not a fan of this segment at all. I think I just killed her Mondays.
Jeez.
The greatest movies never made. Now, these are movies that were, in the works. They were being, written, maybe got to some development stages, but never actually got the trigger pulled on any of them. Some of them stand out. And there was one that I heard about forever that I really wanted to become a thing. So we'll get to that. We'll also quiz Marshall in the face. It's football related today, so I'll give you that. Call, comment, and text. What did you get caught doing while in your car? We've all got that story. 800-394-1061. And we'll get to about last night to kick off the show. Don't use horse medicine to fight COVID. Seems common sense.
Right.
Cam Newton out for this week. We'll tell you why. But we're going to kick it off next. Love this story. It's been a minute since we talked to aliens. But is there a super secret alien base in the Mojave Desert? According to this crazy woman, there is. That story's next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061. Latest from Fozzie. This is Sane.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining us nice and early. Heather, Wanda, Thomas, thanks for hanging out.
Good morning. Yeah, she was not a fan of the new segment. And I had it on. I can't say I watched it all. It was on for the full 2 hours while I was in the same room that I was doing other work. I'm really trying to get this countdown done, before Labor Day weekend.
Sure.
So a lot of work on that's been going in. So it was on as I was working on that last night. So I kind of caught a few things. Thankfully, Lauren will be in to explain it all.
That's true. So, yeah, I don't think I watched any of it. But I did get the first edition of Explain the Bachelor up. Maybe I missed the button to press. But anyway, it's done. And it's uploaded. So, yeah, it is a 2-hour extravaganza every single Monday.
I was thinking maybe the first one was 2 hours, the rest of them for an hour. I'm like, an hour? Yeah. I can sit through an hour, no big deal. And then I flipped it over, and I was like, it's 2? Oh.
Yeah, they got some television to fill with this show, so it's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is.
Though I loved a new character. Then she's not new because she was on the show last season when they did Bachelor in Paradise. But my new favorite character because she's just there to mess stuff up. It was awesome.
Thomas, to answer your question in regards to our fantasy football league, no, we have not chosen our participants yet. We'll choose those people next week, and then after that, we'll have a draft on Saturday, September 4th.
All right, got about 2 minutes.
I'm still waiting to hear. I hope I get an answer pretty quickly, but we have a potential interview with Lee Katie of Pop Evil. Still kind of sitting out there. Obviously, he's dealing with some COVID stuff, but we're hoping to get him on at least by Thursday. So just a quick heads up for everyone out there. We're trying to make that happen. It was supposed to happen last week, but, obviously things got turned upside down when he was confirmed positive with COVID. So still kind of waiting to see what the word on that is. But we do have Tommy Vex coming into town. If you want me to voice that stuff, I know Max sent you an email.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah,
I could do that today.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you don't want to, I can do it.
No, it's all good.
Any TV show with the word or a version of the word, no go.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like a lot of just hot people laying around, making out, and drinking. That's the gist of this show.
That's essentially every dating show that I watch.
Yeah.
From Too Hot to Handle to The Circle to Circle's a little bit different, and then like any of these dating shows, it's just hot people laying out on a beach drinking for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Which is like the best gig ever. Let's face it, we hate these shows because we're jealous of these people.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'd do it.
You playing the audio on this one?
Yeah, it's just that a little snippet from the trailer.
Okay.
Of the crazy woman.
Are you going to put it early, or do you want to?
I was going to do it early.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys, be right back. So a woman claiming to be a retired intelligence officer says there is a secret alien base in the Mojave Desert. We got that story. It is about last night's story number one. A woman by the name of Angelia Schultz recently gave an online press conference, but she did it in front of the Lincoln Monument in D.C. Now, during this press conference, she claimed to be a retired intelligence officer, and then it got weird. She also claimed to know of a secret alien base located in a mountain in the Mojave Desert.
I was recruited by the Defense Intelligence Agency to come to Washington, D.C. and be an intelligence officer. Transparency and full disclosure and honesty is the only thing that I want here. And I am looking for those people who can help us all deliver that. Because the beings need us to be ready for contact.
Very dramatic. It's a very dramatic piece there.
So dramatic. Now, according to this press conference, she has actually met these aliens. She said she was taken in through tunnels where she met two aliens of different races,
right,
who communicated with her through consciousness. So they weren't talking.
Yeah, like
it's all thoughts.
Like telepathy or whatever that's called. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this seems legit. The video that they put out is for a documentary they plan on releasing at some point, it seems like.
I guess.
And when she did her press conference, she had I don't know, what do you call it? Like a second-hand brand security guard. Like He was wearing like a light blue polo, but with like a coat and like glasses, and he had his arms kind of crossed in front of him like he was like a Secret Service guy. And she was sitting on a chair. She wasn't like standing. She was sitting in a chair. I don't know if she had some medical thing, but it was like adorned with like silk scarves. It was very, very, very strange, Cotter.
Now, she disclosed humanity's need to evolve. and transcend to a higher density, which involves a form of communication without language.
I think enough of us are at a higher density. It's just called obesity.
She also announced she will lead a scientific and unbiased team of scientists, well-known investigative reporter, journalist, a well-known documentarian, and an astronaut to the higher beings base inside the mountain later this year, and then will provide their data to the public to help analyze.
How is she going to get in there if it's like a secret base, probably with military guys with guns outside?
So that was my initial thought, that the military is up in this business. But then after I started, reading, I went to a couple different websites. I think it's just an alien base. I think she just means it's a legit alien base.
Like it's a free and open to the public.
Maybe, because she knows the tunnels. She's been there.
Okay.
Okay. I want this to be real.
Yeah, free admission.
I want this to be a thing.
Yeah, this is better than Disney World.
I'm telling you, I'd go tomorrow.
I didn't know. I thought it was like a military base. It's just free and open to the public. You just got to find it?
I guess.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. This is going to be some weird performance art thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably going to be.
Because they're making a documentary. Something tells me this is like Blair Witch 2.
Right.
They just want that found footage kind of feel. Everybody bought into the Blair Witch Project thinking, is this real? Is it not real?
Yeah.
I think they're going for that thing with this. Is it real? Is it not real?
I'm putting this in the classification of like all Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster documentaries.
Yes.
But I'm in. I want to see this.
You know what? She's taken journalist, you and I, host of an award-winning radio show. I don't know. Can we submit ourselves to be involved in this?
Man, do you think the moment we showed up and the aliens saw us and they're like, hey, Connor Marshall, be like, hey, aliens, they brought you, huh? Sorry. We don't know either. We don't know why this happened.
And then the aliens leave and they never talk to us again because you and I showed up. That'd be about right.
They just kill themselves upon seeing us. Oh, these guys? Nah, I'd rather not live.
All right, we got another story about last night. Going to talk Cam Newton. He's going to be away from the Patriots until Thursday. We'll tell you why. Coming up next is the Connor and Marshall Show. We caused aliens to commit suicide. Connor and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Oh, poor aliens. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Shit went off the rails there. Wanda says, I'm debating on if I want to call in my story. Please call in your story.
Yes.
Depends on how things are running this morning. Already threatened to spank Selena because she acts like she forgot how to get dressed. How about this? Just don't take her to school. Tell her she has to walk. I know, right? That's some tough parenting right there. Walk to school. Yeah, truth be told, I don't think I've watched much of any Bachelor ever, but
I hadn't.
That's the reason why we've hired Lauren to watch all of the Bachelor for us. So she's going to explain the Bachelor for us later on this show of ours.
I think the level of attention I paid to it last night was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to catch a couple of the big storylines from the episode. The new chick they brought in definitely stood out. But I couldn't tell you really anybody's name outside of her or exactly what happened. And I'm okay with that.
Just in case, we were talking about Spider-Man just before we went on the air there. The trailer, just in case you haven't seen it, I dropped the link in the chat just in case you want to go check that out. Charles goes, when you're all in a spaceship and aliens are performing sexual experiments on you, you won't be laughing. Why do they gotta be sexual, man? Just steal a part of my kidney or whatever. But you know what is still terrifying to this day is the Third Encounters movie, whatever that's called.
Okay, yeah.
Just the alien scenes, that still incredibly disturbing. Like
right.
The white ooze and everything. Oh.
Or if you're my wife, every alien scene ever is disturbing. So A-Dub picked us up.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah. A-Dub picked us up coffee a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Did you get a pumpkin spice latte?
Yeah.
All right, because according to this report, they're back in Starbucks starting today.
Nah, man, I got it early.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
They said, because last year they started August 25th. Maybe it's along with the rest of their fall menu. Maybe they're talking about that.
Yeah, no, I saw the sign up over here at the Kroger's at the Starbucks there that they had pumpkin spice.
Okay.
Before I even ordered it last week. So yeah, it's been available for a minute.
All right, so it's the earliest we've ever gotten it. Dunkin' just brought theirs back last week. Panera unveiled some fall menu items as well. So what's worse, getting Christmas too early in a store or getting pumpkin spice lattes too early?
Christmas. 1,000% Christmas.
Yeah.
You could see the line between pumpkin spice lattes and peppermint mochas. That's when you know you're in full holiday season, right?
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. So right when you're getting peppermint and pumpkin on the same menu, that's when you know you're living in the fall world. That's how I kind of look at it. And truth be told, I get them both. They're delicious.
Yeah. I could do about one pumpkin spice latte.
I enjoy them. I probably during the whole entire process of the fall time, I'll only get like one or two at the store, but I always seem to get like some pumpkin coffee at home that I'll drink.
Okay. I will say my new favorite go-to at Starbucks is their nitro cold brew with cream. So effing good.
I've never had it.
I got it on a whim when we went down to Universal. We went through downtown Disney or whatever they're calling it now, and kids were off checking something out. So the wife and I hit up Starbucks, and I saw it. They had the ad for them. I'll try that. And that's what I've gotten like almost every time I've gone now. Super good. Really, really good.
Yeah, I honestly don't go to Starbucks very much. And now that I think about it, I actually don't get like pumpkin coffee. I just get like regular coffee, and I get the pumpkin coffee creamer. Because I'm not that special.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm special. When it's cool enough to wear long pants while I'm deer hunting, that's when I know fall is upon us. There you go.
I will say, so, it rained last night, and typically over the past, month or so, as soon as it rains, you walk outside, and it's just like, you get hit with a warm towel. It's just so dense and hot and disgusting. Walked outside last night after the rain, and it actually felt really nice.
Oh.
It was kind of cool. It was okay. I liked it.
Yeah, it's I think it started raining just before my wife got home, so probably around 5 o'clock or so. Yeah, and I think I only walked outside of my house once after that.
Yeah.
So I'm not for sure. I don't know if I noticed that or not, but I know we're still in hell season. When my electric bill is like damn near $200, that's when I know I'm still in hell season.
Yeah,
got about one more month of that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready for the fall. I get the fall here is not like a normal fall. But I'm ready for it to cool off just a bit.
Yeah, I'm going back to Illinois at the end of the week, and I was looking at temperatures there, and they're just balmy and terrible right now. Let me check again. Maybe something has happened. Nope, still terrible. High of 90, low of 72. At least at night it'll be kind of cooler than what we have here. Hold on, let me check. Barely, by like 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so getting the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer last night was a nice little surprise. People are like obviously overanalyzing it.
Oh, of course,
a bunch. People have said that they've seen like possibly the Sandman and Electro. There's a scene where kind of both of them are maybe possibly represented in there, and then obviously the Green Goblin bomb is in there, and then Doc Ock at the very end. So that's kind of cool stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool they're doing the Sinister Six on a big screen this way.
So we haven't gotten a Green Goblin with this version of Spider-Man, right?
No,
so
because he's been done like twice before.
That's just it. So I mean, obviously, do they bring somebody back or do they introduce a new?
The rumor is they're bringing William Dafoe back from the first film.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
he was so good at that.
Yeah, that's where the big rumor is. They're gonna bring back William Dafoe for playing the Green Goblin part. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. Jamie Foxx as Electro, and then they already have the Vulture, and they have some other guy from technically the current universe. So
okay,
I don't know. I think they fill it out with someone else.
Okay, I'm definitely in for that one at the movie theater.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 is going to be super cool. Going to be way better than that third Spider-Man film from the original trilogy.
Almost anything is way better than that film.
Yeah, but it gave us emo dancing Peter Parker, which was
not good.
Incredible. Actually, it was an absolute incredible experience. So AJ McCarron, quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, he's the primary backup for Matt Ryan.
Okay,
blew out his ACL over the weekend. So the Falcons have signed former first-round draft pick. This is now his 5th team, Josh Rosen. He came out of UCLA a couple years ago. He was drafted by, he was drafted by the Cardinals. And then the Cardinals were so bad in the 1 year he played, they got the number 1 pick. So they chose Kyler Murray. And that's working out for them very well.
Doing okay.
So they traded Josh Rosen from the Cardinals to the Dolphins. And then from there, I think he went to the Dolphins to, I forget, 49ers.
Okay.
He just got let go of the 49ers, and now he's on the Falcons. I think there was one other team in there. But anyway, this is his 4th team. It's been a roller coaster for this guy. Oh, he was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice squad. So, yeah, he went from Arizona to Miami, Miami to Tampa, Tampa to San Francisco, and now Atlanta. So he's doing good. I mean, this guy was picked with like the 9th overall pick by the Cardinals. What a terrible, terrible way to go about your NFL career to start it off. I don't think he's in the league by the end of the year. But right now, he's trying to back up Matt Ryan. Ugh. A lot of people are trying to guess what the Falcons' overall record is going to be this year. A lot of people are saying they're going to be like 5-12.
I can't wait to get the big guy on to hear his homer guess.
Speaking of, we should probably reach out to him this week and get him lined up.
Yep. All right, guys, got about 15 coming right back. New England Patriots quarterback Cam Newton out of action until Thursday, not because of an injury, but because of a misunderstanding. Got that story next. Story number 2 about last night. New England Patriots announced yesterday that quarterback Cam Newton will remain away from the team until Thursday. Now, this is all due to a misunderstanding on COVID tests conducted away from NFL facilities. Now, I guess Cam traveled to a medical appointment outside of New England, tested negative daily, but a misunderstanding about tests conducted away from NFL facilities now requires him to stay away from the team for 5 days.
So the Patriots told Cam Newton to do this.
Yes.
Now, he's in a quarterback battle with Mac Jones, who played for Alabama last year. He got drafted, I think, number 15 overall. He's been playing very well. So there's been a lot of chatter about Mac Jones possibly winning the quarterback job. Now, Bill Belichick wouldn't say anything about this. He just said that Cam was here last year. He'll most likely start this year, but he didn't really say that he would be starting. I think the Patriots set Cam Newton up because they don't want him to be the starting.
No.
I know. Conspiracy brain Marshall right now.
I didn't see this coming.
There's some conspiracy brain Marshall. So I think the Patriots set this up to give Mac Jones all the first team reps during practice this week. He'll obviously start the game where Cam will be there, able to play as well. He'll start the game. Cam will actually come up in the backup role. And then if Mac Jones plays even close to okay, I think Mac Jones is your starting quarterback of the New England Patriots. Boom! Conspiracy against Cam Newton.
Well, I mean, Bill Belichick is a known cheater, so this isn't actually the worst thing he's ever done in his life. You know, this, on the level of weird things he's done, this isn't the top of the worst.
I'm sorry to break this story open like this in front of everyone, but this is 100% the truth.
I'm in on this now. Now, according to reports, only unvaccinated players are required to be tested daily, and only unvaccinated players are subject to a 5-day re-entry, which is leading people to think Cam Newton is not vaccinated.
Right.
Hasn't said, and he was the first high-profile player last season to come down with COVID. So, I don't know. This your theory on this really makes this story way more interesting.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think this is a pure setup from the Patriots. Known cheaters. They've been fined. They've been fined many times for cheating. I think this is just kind of a workaround for them that they kind of set Cam Newton up.
I'm intrigued. I'm going to keep an eye on it now. All right, story number 3 for About Last Night is coming up. Guys, don't take horse medicine as a treatment for COVID.
Yeah.
The fact that the FDA had to tweet this out is utterly amazing. Got that story coming up after Volbeat. Rock 106.1.
Yeah, that one's fun. Charles goes, if Josh Rosen plays for one more team, he'll be eligible to play for the Bears. No, he'll be eligible to start for the Bears. Get that right. Son of a bitch. You're probably right. Yeah, I think next year the Bears are actually eligible to get rid of Nick Foles without losing any money.
Okay.
Unlike this year. And we'll have Justin Fields. So I really think that the Bears are going to – Andy Dalton's only signed to a 1-year deal. So Dalton's gone, Foles will be gone, and it'll be Justin Fields. And we'll probably bring in Josh Rosen to back him up. So it'll be funny when that happens, Charles. That's what I'm trying to say.
Charles called it.
Oh, man. So speaking of stupid NFL stuff, Jameis Winston's back. I think Jameis Winston's going to go off because last night the Saints were playing the Jags, which I'm sure we played on Rewind 107.9.
Yes, we did.
Preseason game. I mean, the Jags got completely destroyed when it came to the starters of the game. Now, the game ended with a 23-21 victory, and you're like, oh, Marshall, what are you saying? They got destroyed. Jameis Winston was 9 of 11 with 2 40-yard touchdowns. He threw for 150 yards in 1 quarter of action. And that was against the starters of the Jags defense. And the Jags offense was really bad. Trevor Lawrence, people are already saying the B word about him. I mean, it's only 2 preseason games, and he's only played 2 quarters, but they're already saying bust about Trevor Lawrence. I think everyone's kind of joking, but they're not because he hasn't played well. Also, the other first-round draft pick of the Jaguars, their running back, Etienne, whatever his name is, the Clemson running back they drafted, hurt his foot last night.
No.
So I think the Jags are in for an interesting season.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. This is an actual tweet from the FDA about an alleged home treatment for COVID. You're not a horse. You're not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it. Got that story coming up next. This may be the best story ever. There has been a rise in poison control calls for people suffering side effects after taking a horse and cow dewormer as a treatment for COVID-19. The drug is ivermectin. Now, it is approved for both humans and animals.
Right.
However, here's the problem. People are using the animal version of the drug, and animal drugs are concentrated at levels that can be toxic for humans.
Because animals are bigger than humans, Cotter.
A horse.
Yeah.
A horse.
Of course, Cotter. You would imagine that, but yeah, the FDA had to tweet that thing of asking people not to take ivermectin to treat or prevent COVID-19 because they got a 70% increase of poison control calls of people feeling sick and then going, you know what? Maybe shouldn't have took that horse or cow medicine. Maybe that was a bad choice. Should I go to the hospital? And that's why the call increase happened.
Of the people called into poison control, 85% experienced mild symptoms, though one was instructed to seek evaluation due to the amount of the drug they consumed. Now, no hospitalizations have been reported for ivermectin yet, but just give it time. I after I saw the post, or saw the screenshot of the FDA tweet, I had to go to their actual Twitter page to see if this was legit.
Yeah, real.
Or if it was just a Photoshop. It was legit. They sent this out. This is scary.
Yeah.
The FDA doesn't even have any proof that ivermectin will work against COVID, even on human levels, let alone horse levels.
This This is too good. So wait, so when I say things like breaking moose, do people think I'm a cow and therefore like, well, Marshall's a cow. Maybe I'm a cow. Maybe I could take the cow medicine.
Oh dear Lord.
I don't know.
This is too much. Guys, if you're going into the animal farm store and you're picking up medicine going, I could take this.
Yeah.
Don't take it.
Yeah. Once again, the COVID-19 vaccine, which is now FDA approved, it's free. Maybe you could just go with that.
Much better option. All right, if you want to play some fantasy football with us, Cotter and Marshall this season, we got details on how you can do that. It's coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. So crazy, man.
Now, it looked like a majority of those calls, at least, are from Mississippi.
Yeah, it looked like it, which explains so much.
Like, what are people in Mississippi doing? I mean, I get it. Mississippi, Alabama, the twin sisters of ugly down there. Over there. Down there is Florida. Jesus Christ.
They had mass quantities of ivermectin. It's like, what are we going to do with this?
You think some dude was just like selling it out of a back of a Mississippi bodega?
Probably.
Or the equivalent of a Mississippi bodega?
Hey, man, want some ivermectin?
Hey, quick question for, we're going to get to the greatest movies never made, top of the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
I kind of just keyed in on like 5 I found.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I was going to say we, pick a couple each or, I think we just kind of do couple one break, 2 or 3 the next.
Yeah, I mean, just going based on numbers on that article, I did 1, 2, 4, 13, and 20.
1, 2, 4,
13 and 20. They're the ones you'd expect me to pick. So.
Probably. 1 and 2, yeah, that makes sense. Let me see. I think I might yeah, it was an interesting article. I mean, there's several that I had heard of, and I'm like, yeah, I remember that one. Number 2 specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one. All right, so 1, 2, yep.
Want to say that's why Mississippi has surpassed Florida for the cases of COVID. They are too busy with the dewormer. Too funny. Sorry to say, I probably have family from there who considered it.
Yep, I think those are good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
So yesterday, it was after the show. I think it was around 1 o'clock. They announced the fill-in headliners.
Oh yeah.
For Welcome to Rockville. So it's going to be A Day to Remember.
Yep.
Gojira was the special guest that they added in, and then the very obvious Slipknot has joined the lineup for Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah, I'm cool with those choices, though. I was I got really excited for a second because they had their other festival listed on like the same like press release, and it was first. And I saw Volbeat, and I got really excited. I was like, oh no, never mind. Slipknot's awesome. That's great.
I love Slipknot as a replacement. Day to Remember, I don't know. I like those guys. I just don't think they're Deftones level.
No, agreed.
I don't think they're that high up there, so I don't see them as a great replacement for the Deftones. I love the idea of Gojira getting added, like a kind of a 2 equals 1 type situation.
Yeah.
Gojira and A Day to Remember. Obviously, still bummed that Nine Inch Nails and Deftones won't be there, but Slipknot's a very, very good replacement. Hopefully, Corey Taylor is going to heal quickly from his positive COVID-19 case. Speaking of that, I actually have a follow-up on Corey Taylor in Marshall's Music News today. We talked about Corey getting COVID over the weekend just yesterday. So we have a little follow-up story. His wife actually tweeted out about his condition. So,
okay.
We'll talk about that in Marshall's Music News.
Cool. So CinemaCon went down recently, and they actually gave a surprise screening of the new Ghostbusters flick.
Oh, cool.
And everybody's saying it's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they were saying the vibe is perfect, nice nostalgia kind of vibe to it. It continues the legacy. It's done well. That is another movie. November 11th. Theaters all day long for me, man. I'm in 100%.
Go ahead. Charles goes, Gojira fucking slams. Yeah, they do, man. I really like them. They did a song with what's the guy's names? Highly Suspect. They did a song with Highly Suspect on their last album, MCID, and it was really cool. So Obviously, I know that collaboration won't happen on stage, but I'm excited
Right.
just to see Gojira because I've never seen them live before.
I haven't either.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see them on day one. And the cool thing is they're kind of playing the second half of the day because that day I think we plan on doing the show. I don't know what our plans are quite yet. That's future us problems, but we plan on doing the show, and then I was going to drive down there afterwards.
Yeah. I still trying to figure out exactly when and or if the wife is even coming. She wants to, but she can't take any days off, so she wouldn't be there Thursday, or she wouldn't get there until Friday night. So yeah, I don't know. Still trying to figure that out. All right, about ready to wrap up commercials. Collective Soul Shine is coming up. Then we'll talk fantasy football. Got plenty of time to enter.
So the first reviews for that new Marvel movie came out. We were talking about Spider-Man earlier, and if you scroll through the comments up, anyone new joining the stream, you'll see that I dropped in the link to the trailer of the new Spider-Man film, which comes out December 17th. The next Marvel film coming up in 2 weeks-ish, or week? I don't know. I don't stay in time. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings coming out September 3rd.
Yeah.
First reviews are coming out, and they're incredible.
Really?
So IGN gave it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And other kind of review sites I'm seeing are like giving this thing 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Like they're loving this new MCU movie. The visuals of a magical world like Te Lao could look more uniform and lack allure seemingly withheld for future MCU reveals is frustrating, but these shortcomings are glaring as the rest of the movie has so much to offer. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings carefully avoids the usual Asian versus Asian American culture expectations of dealing with grief and assuming responsibility by forgiving generational sins and claiming a future where destiny and choice can coexist. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like this is, they said it also has the best fight choreography of any Marvel film.
Holy crap.
Which it kind of needed to because, well, it's essentially this is like Bruce Lee. This is the Bruce Lee character of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to see this one. I wish they were doing the in-home thing because I would probably honestly go to the in-home option right now and just watch it when it does come out. But if it's only in theaters, I guess I'll swing out to the movie theaters. Maybe not opening weekend, but I'll make my way out there for sure.
After doing Free Guy last Friday, I think screw it. That's if there's a movie out Friday at noon, I'll go see it. There's nobody in the movie theater. You're there by yourself. That'll be my thing. So I'll kind of. It's like when the Movie Pass came out. It was the credit card thing that you paid for monthly and you got like unlimited movies. It was like the best thing ever for about 2 months. When I had that, I had a bunch of time off left, and it was like toward the end of the year. So I took every Friday off for like a month and a half, and every Friday I went to see a different movie. And because it was free, I was seeing everything. You know, and so it was awesome to go see a bunch of movies in the theater. So I don't need to see everything, but like a movie like this, which I wouldn't initially have seen in the theater, screw it, I may just go. It's $9 at noon. I mean, the price is not bad at all.
Yeah, it's that's as cheap as it's going to get in a movie theater. September 3rd is next. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's next Friday.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. So screw it, man. I may go on the 3rd. Why not? Go at noon.
Yeah. So I mean, apparently Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, really good. Really good.
Cool. All right, got about a minute 45.
Dave says, I'm kind of pissed off. I'd love to see Slipknot again, but I'm only going Saturday and Sunday this year. Boo. I don't like that.
Yeah, if the wife comes down, we probably won't stick around for Sunday because she'll have to get back. She'll have work.
Yeah, Sunday. Well, that Monday I plan on taking off.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to stay for Mudvayne.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take off after that.
Yeah.
Because Metallica plays on Sunday night, but I'll see them on Friday night already. So
right.
I'm just going to get in one Metallica performance, see Mudvayne on Sunday, and then I'll take off from there. So I probably won't get home till almost midnight, 1 o'clock. But
yeah, no, I'd like to see Mudvayne, but that ain't going to happen.
Yeah, because I'm staying Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then, I'm taking off Sunday. We don't have the house for Sunday.
Okay. All right, got about 45 seconds. Going to talk fantasy football. Speaking of football, for Quizzed in the Face today, it is football related. Tim Tebow tried to make a final run there. So Quizzed in the Face, NFL stars final team. So these are players that are known for one team,
right,
but played somewhere else for their final season. Some of them a couple seasons. So you're going to have to, I'll give you the name, I'll give you the year they retired. You got to give me the final team they played for.
Should be interesting.
All right, guys, be right back. Morning, Jeremy. Great to have football back. Preseason is here. Regular season right around the corner. I'm most excited about a little fantasy football. And the Cotter and Marshall Fantasy Football League is here.
Man, I'm excited for this because when we used to do the afternoon show, I mean, this was a continuing, ongoing thing for years and years and years with us. Last year, COVID, we decided to take it off because we were depressed because we couldn't leave our houses, and football just didn't taste as sweet as it's going to this year. So we have 12 open spots in our league. We run a Yahoo-based league, and the person that does the best throughout the playoffs this year with our listeners is going to win, weekend passes to Welcome to Rockville for 2022.
Now, if you want to participate, a couple ways you can get in on the action. First and easiest is just hit up the website, rock1061.com. Sign up there. We're going to select 6 people who sign up to make the league. And then next week on the air, we'll also let you call in and have an opportunity to make the league as well. So fantasy football is back. Get signed up for the Cotter and Marshall League now at rock1061.com. Coming up after 7 o'clock, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What did you get caught doing while in a car? I think everybody's got a story, so hit us up now, 800-394-1061. We'll get to your stories next. What did you get caught doing while in your car? It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Yeah, guys, feel free to call in. Wanda, I know you talked about possibly calling us up, but feel free to call us up with your stories of what did you get caught doing while in your car, and we'll get to those stories at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Dave asked the question, what do you know about Gore's new singer? I know that Gore's last singer, late frontman Odaris Urungus, however you say it, passed away. R.I.P. They've replaced him with Volvatron. Volvatron, I don't know much about her, but her real name is Kim Dilla, and she's going to replace him. This is news that came out. When did this come out?
It's a while ago, right?
Oh, wait, no, that's an old story.
Yeah, I was going to say she replaced the female one. Female replaced the original lead singer a while ago. So I don't know if there's somebody else after that or if it's still her. Wanda, you can call whenever you want, Wanda. We are here, ready for you. Hope we can hear you, or you can hear us.
Hold on, Dave. I got bamboozled by an old story. I guess the answer to your question is nothing. I know nothing of the lead singer.
I still go back to that time on my honeymoon, had a chance to see Gore down at House Blues in Disney. The wife was like, no, we're definitely not doing that on our honeymoon. Rock 1061, hello?
Hey.
Hey, can you hear us okay? Can you hear me okay?
I can barely hear you, but I'm going to go ahead and do my story.
Tell your
story.
All right. So, coming home from work, hadn't felt good all day. Head was hurting, felt nauseous, wasn't really sure what was going on. Can't necessarily say it was something I was caught doing in the car, but we were at the light of Eisenhower and Skidaway, so I'm literally like 3 minutes from the house. All of a sudden, my head starts spinning, and I knew it was coming. I was about to get sick. So I grabbed the biggest cup that I had in the car, and I spewed all in it, and it just overflowed. It got all over the dash, the steering wheel, and everyone at the light is looking, and I'm like, kind of sorry I got sick and you had to witness that, and I just drove on to the house like it wasn't nothing.
What else are you gonna do? It's the only option.
So what'd you do with the puke cup? Did you just drink it?
Oh.
Oh, God, no. It was so disgusting. Come to find out it was a bad case of vertigo.
What you missed as you drove off was everybody else starting to puke in their cars. You just kicked off this massive chain reaction.
Yeah. Oof.
All right. Well, again, I still can't hear y'all. That's my story. No, Marshall, I didn't drink it as much as that would have been probably a topping to the story, but I didn't. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Love
Thanks,
everybody, and enjoy.
Thanks, Wanda. See you later.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the phone level, but that's going to be. I'm just going to email Aaron. Who do I email about the phones?
I'll email CB because maybe we can bring what's his face in to look at it.
Jeremy, thanks for sharing that story, man.
Rock 1061, who's this? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, can you hear us? It's hard to hear, so if you got a story, you can go ahead and share it.
Oh yeah, I can barely hear you a bit in the background, but I'll tell my story. This is big, bald, and sexy.
Hey, Charles.
So, I basically live in my vehicles with work. But before I owned my business, I was an outside salesman for a steel company. And this was back before I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. So basically, if I sat still for a while, I would doze off. I was in Jacksonville one day making sales calls, and I caught a train. Put my car in park just to rest my legs. And, of course, with sleep apnea, I sat still and fell asleep. Well, I jarred myself awake. The train was gone. All the cars in front of me were gone. And there was a cop standing next to the window.
Oh.
He made me roll down. He said, sir, are you okay? I'm like, oh man, I must have dozed off. You know, I've been on the road for 3 days and I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. I said, how long was I asleep? He said, 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
And, of course, he said, sir, have you been drinking? I'm like, dude, it's 10:30 in the morning. No, I haven't been drinking. I have sleep apnea. He goes, oh, okay. He let me go.
10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good for you, man. That's a power nap. That's a great power nap.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later.
Thanks, Charles.
man. See ya. 10 minutes.
All right, guys. Once again, our call-in segment today is, what did you get caught doing while in your car? Please share those stories with us. You could do so by calling us up at 1-800-394-1061, dropping us a text to that same number, or by putting your story in the stream. Just drop it right into the comments section, and I'll go ahead and snag all those, and we'll share them just after 7 o'clock today.
All right. Do we want to do one of the calls in the first break since we got two?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to edit this up real quick, guys. All right, there we go.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out while Cotter was editing up that audio that we're going to be playing back for our call-in segment. Once again, what did you get caught doing while in your car? Once again, what did you get caught doing while in your car? Share your stories right now in the stream. Jeremy, once again, thanks for sharing yours. Probably about another 5, 6, 7 minutes out from jumping back on the air here at Rock 106.1. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you, Wanda and Charles, for sharing your stories with us. So I just came along a story on TMZ real quick. So you know how Kanye West did some listening parties in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium for his new album, Donda, which still isn't out? Apparently, he took residents up into the Mercedes-Benz Stadium to finish it. Once again, it's still not done, but he is doing a third listening party for his album, Donda. It's going to be in Soldier Field in Chicago, his hometown, where currently he is recreating his Chicago childhood home on a big stage. So there's actually pictures of his childhood home being recreated and built right on the field of where the Chicago Bears play. So this is the strangest thing ever. And this is apparently going down in the next few days. And my computer has locked up again. Cool. Great story. Awesome.
I think you're right, man. You brought it up the other day. It's just an easy way for him to do shows. He just does listening parties.
Yeah.
Makes a little bit of cash, moves on.
And once again, it's literally no work for him. He doesn't have to do anything.
No.
He just goes out there and like, could you imagine like the whole performance? He just stays inside that house. He just doesn't move. Then he comes out at the end and just waves to everyone while they're leaving. Like I just made $100,000 just for you guys showing up and playing something that's not even the finished copy.
Seems about right. All right, so hitting the top of the hour, got some Stone Temple Pilots plush. Then we'll get into your calls, comments, and texts. Thank you to Wanda and Big Bold and Sexy for calling in.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that, having those ready to go. Ma'am Bialik, who was the specialty and primetime host of Jeopardy, will be the interim host of the day-to-day game as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was just announced until they find a replacement for Mike Richards. And she's the pick that producers wanted from a day-to-day standpoint, too. They just wanted to pick her overall, but her other duties that she has prevented her from doing it. But she will be the interim host on a day-to-day standpoint until somebody's picked.
Interesting.
So the saga of Jeopardy continues.
All right, so we got those two calls. I've got only one story currently, guys, so if you have anything to share, please drop it into the chat today. What did you get caught doing while in your car? Holly, Tony, any good stories? Phil, you on there? Phil, you got any good stories, buddy? Drop them in to the chat and let us know.
Say I got one, and then got a handful from the Facebook page.
Okay. So I'm looking at this Kanye West listening party in Chicago, which is happening in 2 days. It's happening on Thursday.
Okay.
Cheapest seats are $177.
Jesus, really?
And this is, once again, to listen, not to see Kanye West perform, but to see Kanye West while he listens to his own album. He doesn't perform it.
Would you go to a Kanye West concert? Would you spend money to see Kanye West?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you go if you were handed tickets?
Possibly. Like, back after he released his third album, then I would have totally gone. But this version of Kanye, he's a crazy person, and I don't think I actually want to go anywhere close to this.
I get that.
If you just want to see kind of lower bowl, let's see, $241 seems to be the cheapest price if you want to see in the lower section of Soldier Field. Stupid. Ridiculous. Kanye West.
So Booker T, like everybody on the planet's got a podcast. And he kind of had a hot take when it came to CM Punk and his debut in AEW. He says CM Punk struck out during his AEW debut because he talked about WWE and ice cream bars. He was not happy with what CM Punk said when he came out.
Okay.
Everybody else, that is the first negative thing I've heard said about CM Punk's return. So they killed it in ratings. So AEW Rampage jumped over 50% from episode 1, the debut, to episode 2, which saw Punk return. They had almost 700,000 viewers week 1. They had 1.129 million week 2 for CM Punk's return. That's Friday night at 10 o'clock, which is typically a dead zone for TV. So it'll be interesting to see what the numbers on Dynamite are this week, Wednesday at 8. I mean, they've reached the million mark several times. It's been a minute since they've done it, but I bet they're easily over 1 million because CM Punk, assuming will be on there again. So yeah, definitely kicking the ass when it came to the ratings. And then it's like you compare it to SmackDown, and they're about 1 million behind SmackDown. SmackDown's also on broadcast television from 8 until 10. So it's like, I don't know, to only be 1 million behind, I think it says more about the quality of WWE's product than CM Punk's drawing power for television. All right, got about 45 seconds. All right, guys, about 10 seconds coming back. I can tell mine. Do you have any?
Yep, I got one too.
All right.
I can save mine for the second break.
Okay, cool.
Where are you putting the call at?
We can do it. Do you have any to read?
Yeah.
Okay, you read one. I'll do the call after that. What did you get caught doing while in your car? We're taking your calls, comments, and texts today, 800-394-1061. Back when the wife and I first started dating, I was working at a radio station in Illinois. Sammy Hagar just released a solo album. I believe it was called Marching to Mars.
Is it still true that he can't drive 55?
That's what I've heard.
Okay.
That is the rumor.
Yeah.
So this is back maybe 97, maybe. I mean, it's been a while.
Right.
So they had a concert in Peoria. The radio station, obviously, a big part of that concert. So pre-show, they had a pre-party downtown. So we parked in a parking deck, walked down to the bar where the pre-party was, and we had a lot to drink. I mean,
how long were you pre-partying for?
It was a couple hours.
Okay.
I mean, it was a couple hours. And I one thing I remember is the night guy, Jason Jantz, just walking over with a tray of shots and just like grab it. He just handed them out to everybody. I grabbed one, took the shot. I was kind of new still at the radio station. And he's like, I respect that. You didn't even ask what was in it. Like, nope, I'm good, guy.
Do you remember what it was?
I think it was just Jack. It was nothing fancy.
Okay.
But so we drank for 2 hours. We were young, stupid. It was a radio station. This
Feeling
is
good?
Still awesome. So we decide we got time before the show. Want to have a little fun? So we go back up to the parking deck and we proceed to, start enjoying each other's company.
Right.
As we're removing articles of clothing, a family walks by.
Right.
4, mom, dad, 2 small children. I locked eyes with the small child.
Which one?
It I don't know. I don't have a name.
Little Jimmy?
But I remember just being in the moment, with my then girlfriend, not my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up and the kid looks at me and he looks back at his mom, looks back at me, I look at him.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the most awkward thing because I'm like, oh, man, that kind of killed the mood. Thankfully, though, didn't kill the mood.
Well,
I soldiered through.
Cool.
Got the job done.
You're champion.
But, dude, it was locking eyes with the kid.
Yeah.
The mid fun time. Not the most ideal of situations.
Some people aren't considered heroes for what they do. But, Cotter, you know what? I think you put a medal on you.
Thank you.
Put a medal, put a championship belt on you.
Thank you.
You did the Lord's work right there. And I think everyone is very happy with how that turned out. Well, let's go to the stream real quick because we do have a story from Jeremy that I want to share. So Jeremy said, I once got caught completely changing my clothes. Now, he wasn't having sexy time like you. But he got completely changing my clothes inside my car. I was out doing some errands and got stuck in a rainstorm. And I was soaking wet. So I had a set of clothes in a backpack in my back seat. So I stripped buck naked. And as I was doing it, 3 people decided to walk by and looked in and saw everything. He goes, and I just kept going because I was cold and I was wet. But they just swung by and took a little peek in, which is like when you obviously are walking by a car and you see some commotion. Your natural reactions is look. Which, I mean, I wonder if those people, kind of came over and just, took a deep stare into his car. Because those people, they probably have some issues.
Those are the type of people that when you hand them your phone to look at a picture, keep scrolling to look at other pictures. That's what kind of people they are.
Like when you try to show someone a picture on your phone, but then they grab it or grab your hand or take the phone away from you, that's that type of person.
Yeah, 100%. Taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning. What did you get caught doing in your car? I got nothing but respect for Steve. He hit us up on Facebook. His wife busted me in the driveway, drinking beer and listening to Cotter and Marshall.
Ooh, that's awkward.
So that just means this man,
great taste,
loves to drink all day because maybe he was drinking during beer for breakfast, thought he wanted to participate, sitting in the car, drinking a beer. I respect Steve.
Well, Steve, I know Steve, and he most recently called in and lost to us with Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. So we love Steve. Probably not as much as he loves his wife. And see, I'm saying that on the air as kind of helping you out, Steve. Helping you out, buddy.
All right, got a call from Wanda. She got sick in her car, and here's how it went.
Coming home from work, hadn't felt good all day. Head was hurt and felt nauseous. Wasn't really sure what was going on. Can't necessarily say it was something I was caught doing in the car, but we were at the light of Eisenhower and Skidaway, so I'm literally 3 minutes from the house. All of a sudden, my head starts spinning, and I knew it was coming. I was about to get sick. So I grabbed the biggest cup that I had in the car, and I spewed all in it, and it just overflowed. It got all over the dash, the steering wheel, and everyone at the light is looking, and I'm like, kind of sorry I got sick and you had to witness that, and I just drove on to the house like it wasn't nothing.
What else are you going to do? It's the only option.
So what'd you do with the puke cup? Did you just drink it?
Oh.
Oh, God, no. It was so disgusting. Come to find out it was a bad case of vertigo.
What you missed as you drove off was everybody else starting to puke in their car as you just kicked off this massive chain reaction.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, taking your calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. What did you get caught doing while in your car? Still have a call we're going to get to from Big, Bald, and Sexy, and, of course, more of your stories as well. Here's Mammoth WVH. It's Don't Back Down. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks once again for sharing your stories with us via phone calls or text messages or whatever. Make sure that you are dropping in your story so we can share yours. You could do so just by dropping it right into the stream right now. Just drop it into the comment section no matter where you're listening or watching, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Yeah, Tony, absolutely. Yeah, going back to, I know you commented that 10 minutes ago. But once again, Kanye West, without a doubt, he can say, give me $200 of your money and come to Soldier Field, which is not the easiest place to get into.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of sucks to get in and out of.
Driven past it. That's about my history of Soldier Field.
Yeah, I've gone and seen 1 game, 2 games there, something like that.
Yeah.
Not many. Morning, Sean. How are you, bud?
Just drive. Only driven like downtown Chicago a couple times, but it is one of the worst places to have to drive. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah, not the funnest place to drive. How do you want to work this next break? You want me to go with
You got
mine?
a story? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many do you have from the stream?
I'm still just rocking the one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already told it. So I would get that.
So if you want to do yours, I can read one off of here and then play Wanda's call. We can kind of go from there.
You mean Charles's call?
Charles' call, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say you could hold on to it, but you already teased the Charles call. Do you want to start off with Charles then?
We can. I mean, we can hold on to it, too. We can tease it again.
Let's see. Got a minute and a half. See, Charles, what did he talk about again? He talked about
falling asleep.
Fall asleep, gotcha. Now let's just leave it. Let's leave it for the out on this break right here.
Charles?
So, yeah.
Okay.
I'll start. Grab one.
Mm-hmm.
Grab one of the shorter ones. Leave that long one from Chrissy. For the last break.
Okay.
So we have something meatier than just a short one.
Sure.
Yeah, just do like a Dennis Stanhope.
Yeah, I'll do Dennis's.
Yeah.
All right, got just under a minute.
Yeah, we can leave Andrew and Chrissy's for break 3.
Sure.
Even Hokies for
Yeah.
break 3 as well. Let's leave those meatier ones so we have something to talk about for break 3, and then we'll go with that.
Sounds good.
What's up, Zip Whip? Why aren't you working, buddy?
All right, 35 seconds. Nothing that I had seen earlier.
Okay, yeah, it was weird. I refreshed it and it just decided not to work. Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, be right back. What did you get caught doing while in your car? We are taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning. 800-394-1061. Be sure to hit us up with your story.
So, I mean, I've obviously gotten caught doing a lot of stupid stuff in cars, but, like the typical stuff of, going out to Makeout Hill and the cop kind of tapping on the glass, telling us to move along. But the one that really points out to me kind of just is a complete nail in my brain is a story that I was reminded of because I completely forgot about it. It was back in the day. I was in a limo. Don't ask why. I think it was around New Year's Eve, and I was drinking heavily, and I was very sad because I was breaking up with a girl. And then I actually had my buddy's girlfriend downtown Peoria, Illinois, and I saw her at a bar, and I'm like, "You want to jump in this limo?" And she's like, "Yeah, absolutely." So her and her friend jump in this limo. And we're kind of driving around downtown Peoria, and I am really drunk. Like, I've got the yips already. Yeah. And I'm like, I think I may puke, but I'm going to be able to hold it off until we get to the next bar. Well, I didn't. And quite like Wanda, I puked into 3 glasses and filled them to the top.
You were able to stop in between glass?
Yeah, well, I had multiple plastic cups because we were drinking, like, straight Jack Daniels out of these cups. Yeah, and I was able to fill one after another. It was almost like a juggling routine, and I was like keeping them up in the air. I wasn't, but I keep them up in the air, and I was actually able to fill 3 glasses, and I remember just throwing them into the trash can as soon as we got out of the limo, like, because those trash cans at the corners of the street and everything. And I just remember that because my buddy's girlfriend, now wife, who I was hanging out with recently, she reminded me of that story. She goes, it was sad because you were kind of sad at that moment because, but also it was more impressive because you didn't like spill a drop. It's like you puked in cups for your entire life. And I was like, thank you. I don't sort of remember that, but you know what? That sounds like me.
So, I mean, did you hand off any of the cups to your buddy and his girlfriend, or did you just hold them all?
No, I think I just kind of held them all. And I filled them up like a soft serve ice cream type of deal. Blah, blah, blah.
Marshall and 3 cups. That's what
right.
that is.
Yeah, there's a website. Go check it out.
All right, Dennis hit us up. Sex on the hood of the car at the top of the parking garage at McCarran Airport in Las Vegas.
I don't know if I've ever been to the top of the McCarran Las Vegas Airport garage. Now I've been through the drive-thru and picked people up, and there's like a little waiting section. I don't think I've ever been to the top, so good for you.
Because I'm guessing the airport in Las Vegas is just always got to be busy.
I mean, it's very busy, yeah, all the time. But I mean, if you're going to the very top, it's probably not as busy. I mean, people who are parking up there are probably long-term parking people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. Good for you, man.
Hood of the car, just going at it.
Ugh.
All right, we got a call from Big Bold and Sexy. Here's his story.
I basically live in my vehicles with work. But before I owned my business, I was an outside salesman for a steel company. And this was back before I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. So basically, if I sat still for a while, I would doze off. I was in Jacksonville one day making sales calls, and I caught a train. Put my car in park just to rest my legs. And, of course, with sleep apnea, I sat still and fell asleep. Well, I jarred myself awake. The train was gone. All the cars in front of me were gone. And there was a standing next to the window.
Oh.
He made me roll down. He said, sir, are you okay? I'm like, oh man, I must have dozed off. You know, I've been on the road for 3 days and I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. I said, how long was I asleep? He said, 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
And of course he said, sir, have you been drinking? I'm like, dude, it's 10:30 in the morning. No, I haven't been drinking. I have sleep apnea. He goes, oh, okay. He let me go.
So the cop was watching the watch, looking over at Big Ball and Sexy. He's like, I'll give him another 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think he was like, look, this guy is definitely not drunk. And he's just like, I'll give him a little nap in.
Yeah.
He probably just waited there an extra 5 minutes, just kind of hung out, and then he eventually was like, I mean, he probably had some time to waste. Maybe it was the end of his shift.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge this cop for waiting a good 10 minutes to wake up Charles there. Why not?
No, good on the cop for not only waking him up, but just kind of letting him go once he figured it out as well. So what have you got caught doing while in your car? Be sure to hit us up. You can call us 800-394-1061. You can use the same number to drop us a text. You can also comment in on the chat if you are on the stream this morning. Some more of your stories coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Wanda's husband had to clean up all the puke from inside of her car. Oh, yeah. What a hero.
Nice.
What a hero he was. We have that story from Chrissy, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
The funny story from Michael, I think, is good as well.
Yep. From Michael?
Michael
I might not have
Crave?
I might
Krav?
might not have grabbed that one. So
Krav Magov?
If you want to read that one, that's cool.
Yo, did you create Krav Maga, bro?
I might have missed that one when I was copying and pasting.
Yeah, those are good. All right, let's just go back and forth on this one then.
Okay. Where was the Michael story on? Where's that at?
I took them all from the Rock 1061 Facebook.
Oh, I just didn't see that one.
Just
That's fine.
make sure to just put all comments.
Yeah,
Maybe you missed it that way. You just did relevant or one.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, weird. Okay.
I mean, we could do Chrissy, Hokey, Michael, Andrew. I mean, all those are fun.
Yeah, I'll start with Chrissy. I can start with Chrissy and end with Andrew. You can do Michael and Hokey.
Yeah, I may just keep it to one.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll see how it's going.
Okay.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out and chiming in with your stories once again. What did you get caught doing while in your car? Appreciate you guys hanging out and throwing your stories at us here.
We'll get to quizzed in the face toward the end of the hour. Marshall getting quizzed in the face. So it's NFL stars' final teams. So these are all players basically known for one team. I think a couple kind of jumped around, but basically all known for one team. But they ended up kind of in a random spot to finish up their career. Most of them just 1 or 2 seasons. There was one, I think, who had like 5 seasons with his final team.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to give you the player's name, the year they retired, or the last year they actually played, and you have to give me the final team. Now, it doesn't count if they were like on a practice squad and didn't play.
Okay.
Got cut. It also doesn't count if they signed like the 1-day deal to retire with the main team.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, the last team they actually played for.
So there's a story that came out just earlier today. A federal judge has found that a part of Georgia's sweeping new election law that broadly prohibits the photographing of a voted ballot is likely unconstitutional. So in that new like voting law everyone was freaking out about,
yeah,
where you like can't like, I don't know, sell water to people standing in line and all sorts of other stupid rules. Apparently one of them was you can't take a picture of your like voted ballot.
Okay.
A lot of them are screens, but sometimes, you know, they're like printed up.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so apparently it was against the law for you to take a picture of your own voted on ballot. And a judge has said, nope, that's actually unconstitutional.
Yeah,
so,
I don't see the point.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, I mean, people were actually like taking pictures of who they voted for. And I'm sure I'm putting it on social media because, you know, people are the way they are.
I mean, if you want to, I don't know. I don't think it seems like a big deal.
No, I don't think that's a big deal. I mean, like, who cares who who cares if I show everyone who I voted for?
Yeah, right. So my daughter had her first day of actual class yesterday, and I think it was just like one class. It's like her architecture, like lab class. So this is you know, she's got her spot she'll have for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves all of her stuff there. There's 60 some kids in the class. There's like 5 professors. They all look over like a group of kids. Day 1, drawing straight lines because I mean we got to draw a lot with architecture. So
sure.
So the first thing they did was like they just kind of hand drawn like a picture of the building they were in, like the front and stuff like that. She's not art. I mean, drawing has never been her thing. Keith, the oldest, yes, he's more of the artistic side. So she shot a text over the initial building she drew, and I'm like, that's not bad. Where'd that come from? Pretty cool. And then the rest of it was like 8 pages just drawing lines and literally just lines, trying to get them straight. And that's what they're going to be doing over for the next little bit. Like, it's a lot of money for college. You know what I mean? Drawing effing lines.
You could draw lines at home.
So that was day 1 of college was drawing lines.
Oh, good for her, man.
It was kind of funny. She's excited.
Got to start somewhere.
I know. Let's see if I'll show the picture of. Probably hard to see it. But
Morning, Rhett. Thanks for joining us on the stream, man.
Stupid, like proud dad stuff. So that's the. So that's like the building she's in that they had to draw.
You just put your funk. No, yeah.
Oh, did I ruin it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't see it. That's it.
Okay, yeah, you can kind of see that.
Yeah, so she was pretty happy, though. Got through day 1 of actual class. So, morning, Rhett. All right, we got to about 2:45.
All right, so we'll come back, wrap up our topic of the day, which is what did you get caught doing while in your car? Thanks for everyone who's chimed in today via any of the platforms you could have chimed in on. Later in the show today, we're going to explain The Bachelor. Episode 2 of Bachelor in Paradise was last night. So Lauren of Connect Savannah is going to join us in studio to talk about that. We'll also talk about the greatest movies never made in the 8 o'clock hour. We found this list of movies that were never made, but they sound very, very intriguing. A lot of them sequels, a lot of them kind of original films that just sound incredible. So we'll talk about those, and we'll also play some Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia as well. Backside of the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, Charles, she's majoring in architecture, so lots of drawing. So the straight lines are important. Day 1, but yeah, that's the major. She wants to specialize in green architecture. sustainability type stuff. So.
Rhett says $30,000 to draw straight lines. Money well spent. Rhett, joke's on you. It's a lot more than that.
That's so true. But, like you said, got to start somewhere. It'll be all right. All right, got about a minute and a half.
There it is. Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 minute left. Wrap up today's calls, comment, and chat, text. Oh, nice. Charles, like, Choice Field, you should see some of the fees my customers pay for basic drawings. No, she's excited. It's something she's looked to do forever. All right, 35 seconds. All right, guys, we'll be right back. What did you guys? What did you get caught doing while in your car? Taking your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. Chrissy hit us up on Facebook. She said smoking pot while parked in my yard. Got caught by a cop. My ex and I didn't smoke inside, but it was hot, so we were smoking in the van with the AC on when the cop stopped by because another white van was caught on camera stealing packages. So he's like, maybe this is the white van. I'm going to check in on it.
Yeah.
It was the wrong make, wrong model. Nothing, thankfully, was mentioned of the pot.
Really?
So I'm guessing that was just cop being nice.
Well, and that was just a cop on a mission. He was trying to find, this criminal who was stealing packages across the neighborhoods, and he probably just didn't care about the pot.
No, I mean, I think that's cool. Let that go. I'm not here for weed. I'm here for stolen packages.
Right. Unless those stolen packages are full of weed. Maybe it was them.
As they're going out.
Yeah. Well, Michael on Facebook commented, and he goes, I got caught getting my first BJ in my dad's van.
Oh.
I wonder if that was like a thing where his dad just stood there and just cheered him on. You think so?
I mean, what do you do as a father? Yeah. I mean, I don't think you cheer him on.
I think you did jump on the hood and they applaud.
No, you back away.
That's my boy. Get it? Not too quick, but quick enough for her.
You don't want to embarrass. You don't want to embarrass the lady, though. I think mom's knocking on the window, going, "What are you doing?"
Sure.
But as a dad, I think you just like, you know what? We'll let him have his moment.
How about this?
You walk away.
How about this? And you, wherever this was at, as a father. Hopefully you have fireworks on you. The moment they both walk out, you light fireworks in celebration.
Respect.
Yeah.
Let them take care of business, then celebrate.
That's something that should be done. Yeah, I agree. That's the better way.
All right, Andrew hit us up as well. Once again, calls, comments, and text. What did you get caught doing while in your car? Fell asleep sitting in the parking lot at a job I had. The traffic gods smiled upon me that day, so I happened to get to work a little early, decided to take a short nap before going in. Got woken up by one of the front office people about an hour later.
Oh,
that's a power nap before work.
The front office person is amazing. They're your guardian angel.
And or late.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Because they really saved your ass there.
100%. All right, so what did you get caught doing while in your car? Feel free to hit us up with the text or comment, 800-394-1061. Coming up next, Marshall. You're going to get quizzed in the face.
Okay.
Today's quiz is all about football. NFL stars' final teams. So I'm going to give you the name of a player who's basically known for one team.
Sure.
I'm going to give you the final year they played, but you have to tell me the team they finished on, because usually, parted ways with that team they were known for and wanted to have a couple more goes before they officially retired. So NFL stars, final teams, quizzed in the face, coming up. First Royal Blood, Here's Trouble's Coming. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Man, I'm so bummed Royal Blood's not playing Shaky Knees this year. I really wanted to see them. And all we get is the Foo Fighters are in turn. Stupid.
All right. All right, got about 3:15. Yeah, she's actually, I kind of, when she went into the whole green and sustainable building, I kind of thought she'd want to do, houses. But no, she's definitely big commercial buildings being sustainable. That's what she wants to do. That's definitely what she's into.
Cool.
Yeah, so, and I mean, that was one of the reasons. Arkansas's got a really good architecture program. She got accepted to UT as well, which is I really hard to do, bragging about my kids, sorry. So, but they didn't have a sustainability program until it was a master's degree. But with Arkansas, you do 5 years, and there's a sustainability minor there as well. So
there you go. So yesterday, we saw the passing of the record holder for the tallest living man in the United States.
Oh.
So his name was Igor Vovokinsky. I butchered that last name. I apologize. Rest in peace, dude. Igor was crowned the tallest living man in the U.S. by Guinness World Records in 2010.
Right.
He died at the age of 38. He was 7 feet tall, 8.33 inches.
Damn.
Now, he died in a hospital from heart disease with his mom and brother by his side. Just hours before his death, he was able to spend time with his family, his brother's family, and had his last meal, which was a piece of Kiev cake and Fanta. Like soda?
Yeah.
Fanta? Really? That's an interesting choice. But yeah, so Igor, the former world's largest man, 7 feet, 8.33 inches.
That's crazy tall.
Obviously Russian, but living in the United States.
Got about 90 seconds.
Oh, actually, sorry. He's from the Ukraine. And then he moved to Rochester, Minnesota, the most obvious place for moving somewhere like that. He was born with pituitary gigantism. And he was featured on an episode of the Dr. Oz show in 2010, which is essentially a circus.
Got a text from Heather. So the ex and I got caught in Spanky's parking lot.
Ooh, which Spanky's?
I didn't say. Well, I'm guessing probably the one over here by the radio station if it was the parking lot.
On Abercorn? Or on
Hodgins Memorial?
Yeah.
I had to get out of the car to pull my pants up, and there was the employees all laughing.
Wait, did she work there?
Doesn't say. All right, got about 30 seconds.
Do hospitals have beds that big? Guess his feet were hanging off the bed. They probably used 2 beds, honestly.
I think.
He was massive. I mean, he wasn't like skinny, man. I mean, he wasn't like, I don't know. I guess he was a little bit of a bigger guy.
Right.
I'm looking at a picture of him right now. He wore a size 25 shoe. I wear a 13 and my feet are like clown shoes, but yeah, he wore a 25 shoe.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning, guys. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream this morning. It is time for Marshall to get quizzed in the face. Today's quiz, NFL stars, final teams. So basically, these are players kind of known for one team.
Mm-hmm.
A couple may have bounced around to several teams, but basically known for one team. But they didn't end their careers with the team they were most known for. So I'm going to give you the player's name. I'm going to give you the final year they played, and you have to tell me what team they played for in the final season of the NFL. So
okay.
we're going to start nice and simple, starting super easy. Number 1, Brett Favre, 2010 was his final year.
Right. He went to, let's see, he was Packers, obviously. Then he went to the Jets.
Yes.
And then he sent a photographer a picture of his Willie. And then he went to the Vikings. I'm going to say Minnesota Vikings.
That is correct.
That is 100% correct.
He sent zero people a picture of his junk while he played for the Vikings. I mean, I can't confirm that, but that's what I heard.
It's cold in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You're not going to send a picture.
Very cold.
You're not going to send a picture of a shrunken junk. All right, number 2, Randy Moss finished up in 2012. Mm-hmm. He kind of played for several teams. I think he spent majority of his career with the Minnesota Vikings.
He did.
But in 2012, he played for somebody else. Final team ever for Randy Moss.
Ooh, that's good. I know he went to the Patriots and had a big career there. Did he play for the Raiders? Oh no. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Wrong again.
Mm.
San Francisco 49ers.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
All right, quizzed in the face, NFL stars final teams. Giving you the player, giving you the year they ended playing in the NFL. You have to tell me their final team. This is the oldest one on the list, going back to 1977.
Okay.
Joe Namath, best known for the New York Jets, but he did not end his stint in the NFL with the Jets.
Wow, I don't even. I mean, outside of the alcoholism, I don't know much about Joe Namath. Let's just go with the Miami Dolphins.
Wrong again.
L.A. Rams. Finished up with the L.A. Rams. All right, so we're getting to 2004 here on number 4, NFL stars final teams. Jerry Rice, obviously best known for the 49ers, ended his NFL career in 2004. What team did he play for?
Ooh, that's really good. So, I mean, obviously he's known for the Niners. I think he played for the Raiders for a minute. I'm just going to say Raiders.
Wrong again.
Oh.
Seattle Seahawks.
Really?
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks.
Obviously, I'm not very good at this game.
So far, you're 1 out of 4.
Yep.
So number 5, NFL stars final teams. Going to go to 2011. Donovan McNabb, of course, best known for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
It's not where he wrapped up his career.
Where did Donovan McNabb play? And once again, I immediately think the Dolphins or Vikings. And those teams keep coming up. Donovan McNabb, obviously playing for the Eagles.
Yep.
I don't know. Dolphins?
Wrong again.
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, no. I was so close. All right, I was so close.
1 out of 5, quizzed in the face, NFL stars final teams. Hopefully you can redeem yourself.
Probably not.
In the second half. We got that coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
How easily we forget
right?
some of the biggest stars on where they played. I mean, their final seasons, though. Yeah, man, I don't know why I thought it was the Dolphins. Maybe that was that was Dante Culpepper. He played for both the Dolphins and the Vikings. Now I remember him. Good old Donovan McNabb.
All right, we're going to come right out of
spots here?
Yep.
One, I agree. I think that that girl should call in to the show and explain herself. One in Texas. I'll be right back.
Yeah. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish minutes. All right, so we'll come back, quizzed in the face, NFL stars final teams. Giving Marshall the player, the year they wrapped up their career in the NFL. He's going to give me the final team they played for. 1 out of 5. I didn't know. I mean, I know he's a big NFL guy. I had no idea how hard or easy this quiz would be. Coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, I'm going to talk about the greatest movies never made. Now, these are movies that started the writing process, started the development process. These aren't, or I guess some of them are just talked about. So these aren't just movies like, hey, I really wish we had a sequel for this flick. These are movies that at least had some discussion to start the process of getting made. So we'll do that top of the 8 o'clock hour. I think we're going to take each other on in trivia today because of our phone issues. Then, of course, we'll be joined by Lauren after 9 o'clock. Explain The Bachelor. Episode number 2 of the Bachelor in Paradise went down last night. That's where Ella. Didn't work at Food Line, but she worked at Kroger. I mean, her only other job experience, she worked for like McDonald's for like a month before we moved. But yeah, I mean, she got hired on at Kroger right away. And basically, I mean, they needed people so bad, she could have gotten as many hours as she wanted. So, yeah, I think Food Lion, grocery store, it's a good first start. A lot of places just need people right now, man, too. So I think you'll be all right. Got an update about Corey Taylor coming up in Marshall's Music News today before we wrap up the show. So, yeah, all kinds of stuff still to get to today on the program. Big thanks to everybody for hanging out. We do appreciate that. If you want to take part in the Cotter and Marshall Fantasy Football League, 2 ways. The easiest is just to hit up the website, rock1061.com, and you can sign up. We're going to draw 6 of our 12 people that way. And then next week, we'll also have you guys call in for a shot to make the league. We're going to have our draft next Saturday, same day as Cake Day, Saturday, September 4th. You can do it just at your house on the computer, or you can join us at Debilation. Because after Cake Day, we're just going to stick around and draft our teams from Debilation. So if you're there, you can stick around and hang out for the draft as well as Cake Day. And once again, Cake Day happens Saturday, September 4th at Debilation Brewing, Richmond Hill. We're going to start at 1 o'clock. We will have cake. And if you're a member of the Horde, I believe the first 20 people there get their first beer on Debilation. So big thanks to the guys for hooking the Horde up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see everybody out there. Hold on, I'm going to go yell at Marshall. Okay. All right. All right, got about 25 seconds. Going to hop back into Quizzed in the Face. Once again, NFL stars' final teams. These are players basically known for one team, but did not end their career on or with that team. Giving Marshall the name of the player, the year of their final, the final season. He's got to tell me the name of the team they played for in the final season. All right, guys, be right back. Marshall is getting quizzed in the face. I didn't know how easy this would be. I mean, obviously you're an NFL guy. But yeah, so NFL stars' final teams. These are players basically known for one team.
Right.
But they didn't end their career with that team. So I'm giving you the name of the player, the year of their final season in the NFL, and then you have to tell me what team they played for in the end. I mean, I agree. Some of them are easier than others. I think they stand out a little bit more.
Right.
You're 1 out of 5. So
yeah, it's not going so hot right now.
Hoping to turn this around here in the second half. We're going to go with Joe Montana. 1994, of course, most well known for the San Francisco 49ers. But what team did he end his career with?
I mean, Joe Montana also played for the Chiefs. I don't know if he ever really played for anyone else. Let's go Chiefs. There we go.
That is correct.
Back on track.
2 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, up next, number 7, retired in 2000. The late, great Reggie White. Of course, best known as a Green Bay Packer, but that's not where he ended his career.
Wow. Oh, where did Reggie White go? Ugh.
I did not know he played for this team. And I mean, most of them I've looked at the list and gone, okay, I think I heard that. This one, no idea.
Oh, my gosh. Let's just go random, flip a coin. New York Giants.
Wrong again.
Carolina Panthers.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Me either. All right, number 8. Retiring in 2013. Now, Tony Gonzalez, most well known with the Chiefs. Now, his final team, he was there for 5 years. but it was still kind of weird to see him play for this because he spent a majority of it with the Chiefs. So where did Tony Gonzalez end his career in 2013?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't remember it all. Obviously, I remember him being with the Chiefs. I mean, he was a monster for them. He spent 5 years with his next team?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Where did he go? I honestly don't know. I am absolutely bombing Quiz in the face today. Gonna have to go with, I love the Miami Dolphins today. Let's go Miami Dolphins.
Wrong again.
You had listeners yelling at you. He spent the last 5 seasons with the Falcons.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Number 9.
I didn't live in Georgia when that happened,
That's
guys.
right.
Just a heads up.
2 out of 8. Number 9, Wes Welker. Retired in 2015. Obviously, Patriots is what he's the team he's most known for.
Right.
But where did he end his career in 2015?
Ooh, Welker went to the Rams, I think, for a second. He may have finished up with... Oh. Let's just go with Rams.
Yeah,
that is correct.
All right.
Yeah. I think he went somewhere else. I don't remember. But maybe the Lions for a second, but Rams I felt good about. All right, cool. 3. I got 3. Let's go 4.
3 out of 9. I think you'll get number 4 or number 10. I think you'll get your 4th.
I doubt
it. 2014 was the year they retired. Best known as a Dallas Cowboy, Emmitt Smith. Where did Emmitt Smith end his career?
This is one I know because he did break a record while he was there. It was the Arizona Cardinals.
That is correct.
All right, well played. So
really?
Well, you got the last 2 right. You ended on a high note.
Yeah, high notes.
4 out of 10. That was one of those quizzes. Once again, like I said, I didn't know how easy it would be because some of those players, it's like once they're past their heyday, once they're away from that team you know them for, you don't care anymore.
Yeah, you kind of give up on them, just like their team did.
All right. Coming up after 8 o'clock, we're going to talk the greatest movies never made. Now, these aren't movies that were like, man, I would just really like a sequel to this movie. These are movies that started the development process, talked about getting written. I mean, these are things that could have became an actual movie, but they never made it. And there's some on this list that I would have loved to have seen.
Absolutely.
So we'll get to this after 8 o'clock. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging around on the stream today. We're going to talk about the greatest movies never made coming up here in about 10 minutes or so once we get on the other side of the 7 o'clock hour into the 8 o'clock hour. Oh, look at that. I was going to share the show around a little bit.
Cool. And if we're just going to quiz each other for trivia, we'll just do it. We'll break it up. We can quiz one of us in the first break, one of us in the second.
Okay.
If we know we're going to do that going in.
While I'm sharing stuff around, you want to answer those questions that are on the chat?
Sure. Let me check them out. How do we identify ourselves at the Horde versus just another person at the bar? Tell me you're a member of the Horde. I mean, we'll work out specifics, but I say go up and say, hey, we're a member of the Horde, and the first 20 get their first beer for free. Is Tim Janier coming to Cake Day? As far as I know, yes, he will be there. I think he owes everybody a couple of rounds. That could be true. But no, Tim will be there, or should be there. We discussed it with him prior, making sure he was free that day, and he said he was. So, yes, unless something weird happens, he'll be there. Mama Margaret will be there. Mac's mom's going to be in town that weekend, so they're going to come out. Just have to be home before 3 because Alabama is playing, so she doesn't want to miss that game. First question in trivia: who screwed up the phone lines? Once again, I think it's because this piece of equipment's from like 1980s, maybe the 70s. I don't know. It's old. I think it's this. I think it's the equipment. You know, I could do a secret handshake. That's too much work, especially after a few beers. But yeah, I would just go up to the bar, Rhett, and we'll work out something. We'll just have you guys tell me with the Horde. So super easy. We like to keep it simple. And then if you guys are interested in playing fantasy football, if anybody makes the team, stick around because we're just going to do our draft from Debilation after Cake Day. So that should be good. So we talked about it, I want to say several months ago. There is a TV series coming about the Sex Pistols, and lead singer Johnny Rotten was completely against this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He, just hates kind of everything. Well, he recently lost a court case. He was basically suing his bandmates because the band is helping with this series. He's not. And obviously the series, if you're going to make a series about a band, you want to use their music in the series. Well, Johnny Rotten was against it. The rest of the band was like, no, it's all cool. Well, a UK judge has basically said, shut up, Johnny Rotten. The TV series will be allowed to use the Sex Pistols music for this upcoming series. Pistol is being made for Disney, or for the Disney, I guess they own FX. It's going to be out on FX.
Yeah. Disney purchased a lot of Fox, or a large portion of the Fox stuff last year. That's why they got all the X-Men and stuff back for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
So it's going to be directed by Danny Boyle, Academy Award-winning director of Trainspotting and Slumdog Millionaire. So
he's a great director.
Yeah, no, this should be great, man. I mean, it's like, I don't know. They're one of those. They're an iconic band. They have one album, and it still blows my mind to this day. One album, and they're still held in this such high of regard. But because of that one album, because they burned out so quickly as a band, I'm down to watch whatever they do, especially if it's, it doesn't need the support of Johnny Rotten. You got the rest of the band. You can use the music. I think should be interesting to watch.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain had it right. It's better to burn out than fade away. And that's what the Sex Pistols did, that's for sure.
As a band. Now Johnny Rotten has just tried his best to stay in public eye.
Right, yeah, we talked about Spider-Man earlier in the show today. We're super excited about that. No Way Home, the trailer came out for it just last night. I think it was around 7-ish o'clock. It just decided to just drop out of the heavens of the Spider-Man universe. But yeah, it was super cool to check that out. And then I'm just going to... While we're talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they got it finished quickly after the leak, because I mean, Sony was trying really hard to shut down the leak the best they could. Mm-hmm. So I'm not surprised. It's like, hey, if it's out there, we might as well get the finished product out. So I wasn't surprised it got out so quick.
Yeah, and just in case anyone who hasn't seen it, I dropped in the link in the for the trailer. Excuse me, talk, Marshall. I dropped the link for the trailer in the comment section. So you guys could check it out. Yeah, the multiverse, it all looks super neat, super geeky. I'm excited to check that out when it comes into theaters in mid-December.
All right, guys, I never got coffee this morning. I'm going to go do that real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, couples massage, Wanda. Good for you. Yeah, so Cake Day, I'll sort out all the details, but... what we'll do is we'll probably have you guys just check in with us. I'll give you a wristband. I'll have like 20 of them marked out, and I'll hand them to you guys once you arrive, and we'll hang out that day. We'll eat some cake. We'll drink some beer, which obviously they go well together, and then we'll have a good time there at Debilation Brewing Company. And once again, I'll get information up on that. Should have did it last week. I'll make sure to do that today. I'm going to work quite a bit from home today, so lots of great stuff coming your way. So the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, we love him. So he actually was asked about the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are like in the final year of their agreement to play in Buffalo. And they talked about moving the team if the city of Buffalo and the state of New York didn't try to help them secure a new stadium. And when I think of the Bills, I can't really imagine them playing anywhere else. I mean, they're so Buffalo. It'd be devastating for the city of Buffalo not to have the Bills. Well, according to Roger Goodell, he said, you've got to think long-term here. This has been going on for decades, and it's time to get a new stadium done that can make sure the Bills are here and successful for many, many decades going forward. So Roger Goodell is a big fan of keeping the Buffalo Bills right where they belong in New York. So I hope they keep the team in New York, because I think that is the best way of going about it. Plus, I've heard that Buffalo has the best damn chicken wings in America. I've heard
where they originated.
Yeah, I've heard this obviously well before. And then I listened to a podcast called Pardon My Take, and the guys were up in Buffalo interviewing like Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Bills, and Mitch Trubisky. And they found a place called Wing Nuts that they claim to be the best wing they've ever had in their lives. Like the entire crew of that podcast. There's like 8 guys on it. They all say it's the best wing they've ever had. And now I just want to go to Buffalo and eat chicken wings all the time.
Did they say what was it? The wing itself? Was it the sauce?
They said it was the size of the wing, the crunchiness of the wing, and the sauce. Yeah. So they said it's one of those places that are like, it's a guy who like created the perfect wing in his basement, and then he found a kitchen space in a Knights of Columbus building,
right?
And apparently he's gotten so popular recently, they've essentially started a GoFundMe to get his own restaurant, and he's just like getting all these offers now.
That's awesome,
to build his own restaurant out. So now I got to go to Buffalo. Now I just have to go there. The good news is I got a buddy who has some family members there, so maybe I could just get him to come. I'll go to a Sabres game. I'll go to a Buffalo Bills game. You know, I'll join the Bills Mafia for a game. I'll shoot ketchup and mustard all over myself.
You better jump through a table.
Yeah, and then I'll just eat a ton of chicken wings. So I'm obviously going to need a couple days to get this done, but I feel like a Buffalo, New York trip is definitely in my future soon enough. Yeah, getting video and jumping through a table with the Bills Mafia would be an absolute guarantee if I go.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a trip.
Yeah, the next sports game I'm going to the Chicago Blackhawks have a preseason game against the Blues on October 1st, so I'm going there.
Yeah, since Rewind is carrying the Jags this season, we have tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the wife and I are just going to pick one of the games this season and head down for it.
Yeah. Try to choose like the worst opponent so you could possibly see a Jaguars win. Yeah, like try to see them play against, I don't know, just trying to think of a terrible team. How about the Falcons? I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Maybe, sort of.
Let's see the schedule for the Jaguars.
I don't know. After seeing the Jags preseason game last night, I'm not excited to see the Jags win a ton of games this year. I just don't think that's going to happen year one. Their defense looked horrific.
All right, so they got a game against the Broncos.
They're sort of not good.
They got a game against the Cardinals.
No, Cardinals are going to torch you. Kyler Murray.
Titans.
They're going to beat you.
Dolphins.
They're probably going to beat the Jags.
Bills.
Definitely going to lose by 1,000.
49ers.
And depending on who's starting at quarterback, but still going to lose.
Falcons.
Possibly win.
Back to the Texans. Is there 2 home games against the Texans? No, the first one's not a home game. Sorry. Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Colts.
Okay, so you're going to the Denver game or the Falcons game.
Okay.
Those are your best choices of possibly winning. And the best thing is like going down to see a Jags game is honestly going to see one later in the season. Like I went and saw the Bears play against the Jags last year because Florida was allowing fans in the stadiums for football games during COVID. And I went down there and watched the game, and getting to wear like a hoodie in Jacksonville during the daylight hours.
Yeah.
It's the best way of going.
Okay.
Like I went and saw a Jags game when the very first game that Blake Bortles appeared in.
Oh, I remember that.
I was there.
Yeah.
And I was just crucified by the sun. I was absolutely crucified. It was tough. Marshall, where do you get your short sleeve hoodie? If it makes your arms look good, I have to get one to emphasize my guns. I picked this short sleeve Bill Belichick like hoodie up at Walmart for $12. So I'm very thrifty, and also I effing love short sleeve hoodies. I don't know why, they're my go-to. I love it.
Sean, be careful. He's got to go. Siren's going off. I believe there's a tornado on the ground. Be back. Be safe. Jeez.
No, why do you have to just stay? Just keep stream us on your phone, bro. Don't go.
Give us an update.
Yeah. And if it's a really good tornado, just make sure to live stream it before you die.
All right, we got about a minute 45. We're going to talk best movies never made. These are movies that got into some sort of development, some farther along the line than others.
You want to do 2 or 3 here, then we'll do 2 on the back end?
Yeah. I think we do.
Let's leave 20 for the backside of the break. Second break.
We can do, they're not numbered on my list. 13, which is the Tarantino one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do 13 and 20 on the back end.
Okay,
because I think those 2 are the ones I'd be most excited about.
Yeah. Charles, Walmart score, right? Yeah, I just I was actually doing writers for the bands for our 20th anniversary show, and I was just walking by and I saw it, just like a speaking of Quentin Tarantino, like that suitcase in Pulp Fiction
opens it up
when they open it up, and it's just this magical, angel-like light upon your faces. That's what came down and hit that hoodie, caught my attention, so I had to get it.
Taco Bell. I don't have the whole story, just the headline here. Taco Bell appoints Lil Nas X as its Chief Impact Officer.
Chief Impact? What does that mean?
I'm guessing, yes, spread the love of the Taco Bell brand.
Taco Bell took away the quesalupa, and I'm still not okay with them. Taco Bell broke my heart.
It's an honorary role. Shocking. I'll get to more details here in a bit. All right, got about 15 seconds, guys. We'll be right back. Best movies never made. Would you have gone and seen a sequel for E.T., especially if it got dark? We got details coming up. Right now, don't forget to hop on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show each and every morning. As always, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can also listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker and check us out at rock1061.com. All right, so we came across this list. These are the best movies never made. Mm-hmm. Now, these aren't just movies you and I as fans would wished for, would like to see get made. These were movies that were talked about. Some of them got kind of far into development, others not so much, but they were a possibility. And several of them really stood out for me, especially this first one on the list. Now, the movie E.T. came out in 1982. It is
classic.
It's a classic flick. Do you like E.T.?
Yeah, I mean, it came out the year I was born. Okay. I just realized that. I thought it actually came out years after that. Yeah, no, I liked E.T. I really liked it. I mean, obviously it helped Reese's peanut butter candies for the longest time. But, as a child, when I watched this, I love this movie. I watched it dozens of times.
It's obviously one of the most popular family films of all time, directed by a young Steven Spielberg. Now, screenwriter Melissa Matheson actually outlined a sequel to E.T., and you're thinking, I mean, the amount of money that movie made, it made sense. I mean, maybe not back in the 80s, and maybe it wasn't a thing like it is now to, keep bringing the same kind of movie back, but you thought it would make sense. Well, this one kind of had a darker turn. Her idea would have had a spaceship filled with carnivorous aliens kidnap and torture Elliot and company.
So I'm company, like his friends and family?
I'm guessing maybe grabbing E.T. as well, but a young Drew Barrymore up in the spaceship getting tortured.
So apparently this was going to be called E.T. 2 Nocturnal Fears. This one almost sounds too fake. Like, it sounds kind of fake because I don't think they would go this dark, but apparently that's what the screenwriter wanted to do, and director Steven Spielberg. But apparently after taking the property in a dark direction, they realized, actually, this is a terrible idea.
You know what, though? I'm down. I'll be honest. I don't like E.T. I don't like the movie. Never really have liked it. It's just not my thing. I haven't seen it in probably 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching it a bunch as a kid. I liked it as a kid,
yeah,
but
I get it.
Obviously haven't seen it in decades.
But I'd be down. Give me a dark. It's like the Munsters with Rob Zombie. Mm-hmm. I don't want it to be clean cut and wholesome. I want the dark twist on it from Zombie. I would love to see a dark twist on E.T.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, eventually Hollywood always comes back and ruins our favorite movies from yesteryear. So I can imagine this will eventually come about.
Now, the second one, this one is a thing of legend. I mean, this one has been talked about for years. Superman Lives. Now, Tim Burton was set to direct this movie.
Right. Tim Burton from Batman Returns. I mean, all the Tim Burton-ish films. Yeah, that guy.
Nicolas Cage was set to star as Superman.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't he have a kid named after?
Yeah, he like his first son is Kal-El.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a huge Superman freak. He was set to star as the hero. And Kevin Smith co-wrote a version of the script.
Which is weird. You know, the dude from Clerks having his hands on the Superman movie. Look, I get he's a big comic book guy, but still kind of weird that they just gave, little old Kevin Smith, and at that point it was big old Kevin Smith, this opportunity. But yeah, I mean, it would have been very, very cool. And they filmed a documentary about the making of this not happening. So I'm kind of bummed that this one never came about.
I would have been so, especially seeing Nicolas Cage, the Nicolas Cage we're getting now in the movies where he's just, kind of letting everything hang out there. It doesn't really matter. His take on a Superman, I think, would have been kind of awesome. And I mean, this one kind of got farther into the process than most of these movies we're going to talk about. I mean, they spent $30 million on it, and there is footage of Nicolas Cage in a Superman outfit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was supposed to have long hair because actually in the suit process, like they were testing the suit out, I mean, he had long hair that was like down to his shoulders.
Yeah.
So it would have been really interesting to see this Superman live on the big screen, but unfortunately never happened.
Now, the next one, I'd have been down for this, and it being a Disney product. I am super shocked it never happened. Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2? I mean, the first one's great. It is honestly a great movie. And this one was talked about early in the 90s. Now, Robert Zemeckis had agreed to return for the sequel. Now, he actually, obviously directed the first one. And they actually were going to go CGI instead of hand-drawn.
Right.
Which I think would have been super cool.
Yeah, you think they'd be able to do this a lot easier nowadays, especially now that's, 30 years into the future and they're making CGI films in like 2 years' time as opposed to like years and years of production for like hand-drawn animation. But apparently due to the high cost of the hybrid animation and Roger Rabbit's risque tone, Disney never moved forward with the sequel. This is something that should come back. Like I would
100% agree.
I would love to see this. Maybe not come back as a film, but maybe come back as a short series on like Disney Plus or wherever it lands, Netflix or wherever. But this is something that I think could be really cool. Now we don't really have any details on what the story was all about for this sequel, but I remember watching Who Framed Roger Rabbit very young as a child, and I'm like, what's going on here? There's some stuff. Just okay, all right, yeah. So there's some good stuff here. I'd love to see that come back.
All right, we got two more movies we want to get to. The next one, man, I heard about this early on. Quentin Tarantino talked about making this flick, and I was like, yes, 100%, I'm in for this. It has never happened. It's never going to happen, and I'm still bummed to this day. We'll tell you what it is coming up after Daughtry. It's Heavy is the Crown, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Good morning, Mac.
Morning, Mac. All right, I'm going to get my coffee. 3 now.
A Disney Plus film noir Roger Rabbit show would be fun. I'm saying, Nathan, right, man? I think that would be kind of cool, man. I would love to see that property brought back because I think there's still some juice in it. Speaking of juice, we'll get to the Beetle kind here in a moment. Coming up on the show, we'll do some trivia here in a little bit. We'll also talk about our 20th anniversary countdown that's coming up in about a week and a half. It's coming up real quick. I got another episode of Explain the Bachelor with Lauren Wolverton, and then we'll jump into some Marshall's Music News to wrap up the show today. And that's where we'll kind of call it. Once again, just a little quick programming notes. I'm going to be out on Friday. I'm actually flying out of town to go see my family this weekend, which has been quite some time since I've seen them. So going back home to Illinois to see them. So we will not have a live stream on Friday. We'll be back on Monday, though. So just one quick day off, then we're back on the live stream. I'm just going to message Lauren real quick.
Okay. All right, got about a minute 45. We're back into it. Quentin Tarantino and another Tim Burton movie. I love the spin on the Tim Burton one. We'll get to that in about 90 seconds.
She is up and at him. She messaged me immediately. So obviously we have football coming up, and we're going to have a bunch of really cool football segments coming up, especially if you're a football fan, with fantasy football, and then obviously the big guy from WJCL. We've been talking to him for years about football. He is the man in the biggest love-hate relationship with the Atlanta Falcons we know. It's hilarious when he gets down on the team. But he eventually brings himself up by talking himself into them being a good team every single year.
Man.
So we'll have the big guy on starting every week with the big guy breakdown, and we'll probably kick that off. I think the first one will probably be it'll be September 9th, which actually is the first game of the season.
Yeah,
Thursday Night Football.
So yeah, a couple weeks. All right, 30 seconds.
Also talking to someone about coming in and doing a fantasy football segment as well. Not talking about our fantasy football leagues, but like people to go and start. My wife should listen to the segment. She has been horrific.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. We're talking the best movies never made. These are movies that actually got to the point of, at least, there's a story, there's an outline, there's discussion that this could become a thing. Unfortunately, they never did. The next on my list, or the next on the list, is one that once I heard about it, and it wasn't a secret, because I had heard about it. I was like, yes, I want this all day long. It was going to be a movie called Double V Vega, from Quentin Tarantino. Now, there are two Vegas in the Tarantino universe, the first of which was Vic Vega, Michael Madsen from Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Then, of course, Vincent Vega, John Travolta from Pulp Fiction. The characters in Tarantino world are brothers.
Right.
So this was going to be a movie about the Vega brothers with Madsen, with Travolta, and Tarantino had the plot worked out. It just never got past that point.
Yeah, so, and both those characters, spoiler alert, they both are dead in the films. They do not make it out alive, allegedly, to what we know. It looks like they're dead, mostly because of the bullet holes. But Tarantino reportedly came up, with a plot, but it didn't get far beyond that. Now that both actors are so old, I don't think he could really pull off this film anymore. If he really decided to do it like in the early 90s when both these films, right? Like if you did like 95, 96, 97, 98 even, probably still pull it off even to the early 2000s. But yeah, these guys are 25 years past that moment in their lives. There's no way we're getting this film. And I'm fine with that. I like the lore of them being brothers, though.
Yeah, I love that. And I really wanted this to happen back in the day. Because, if you think about it, John Travolta, not the best career choices in his life.
How dare you?
Pulp Fiction.
Right? Grease?
Grease. He's got two good movies.
Punisher?
Pulp Fiction.
That was a terrible movie.
Pulp Fiction and Grease.
Yeah.
I would have loved to seen him, and even to this day, he doesn't have to come back as Vincent Vega. Obviously, he did die in Pulp Fiction, but I'd love to see him again in the Quentin Tarantino universe. Quentin Tarantino gave him his career resurgence. So I'm surprised because, Tarantino works with a lot of the same actors. I'm surprised we never saw Travolta in another Tarantino movie.
Yeah, I'm too. I wonder if there's some bad blood there or what the deal is. But Quentin Tarantino says he's doing one more movie, and that's it. I hope John Travolta finds his way back into that film.
I'm for it. All right, last film on this list. Now, it's been rumored that we're going to get a Beetlejuice sequel.
Right.
For years. Even a couple years ago, it got brought back up, and it was almost like it's happening. But back in the day, the studio really wanted them to do a sequel because the first one did so well.
Right.
So, give us more Beetlejuice. Well, Tim Burton didn't want to do it. So he pitched an idea that he thought would be so bad that the studios would be like, nah, pass. He pitched Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
That was the name of it. Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
The studios loved the idea, and they wanted to move forward.
Apparently, it was to follow the Dietz family as they unknowingly stay at a tropical resort located on an ancient burial ground. It's incredible. It's an absolute incredible thing that would have been absolutely terrible. Now, yeah, there has been a lot of starts and stops into Beetlejuice sequels. According to this, in 2017, Winona Ryder got the rumor mill swirling again when she was asked about the possibility of a sequel, and she said, "I think I can confirm it," which obviously she couldn't because it never happened.
I still want it. Give me a Beetlejuice Michael Keaton sequel. I am in 100%.
Yeah, and I don't know if it ever came up, but I wonder if there was ever a Face Off sequel. I know there was talks about a Face Off movie sequel to happen between John Travolta. Was Travolta in that?
They're okay. 3 movies.
Okay, yeah,
Three.
okay.
Okay.
You threw me off there.
Travolta and Cage.
Travolta and Cage in that movie. That would be very cool. Sorry, Charles just brought that up on the chat. I'm like, actually, I think there were talks about that. I would still love to see that.
I'm in 100% on
Old
that.
man Cage in there? Yeah, bring it on.
All right, coming up next, we're talking 20th anniversary countdown. It is coming up Labor Day weekend. Still going to use your help putting it together. We'll tell you how. Up next, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Nicole goes, I need that tiki glass from Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. Me too. It'd be amazing.
All right, so back prior to this, brought up this story. Taco Bell appoints Lil Nas X as its chief impact officer.
Because of Lil Nas X and his song of Old Town Road.
I guess.
Maybe we can have a horse meat taco. Finally going to eat horse meat.
The company described the newly created position as an honorary role, which will help him collaborate with brand experience from the inside out. In 2017, the rapper worked at an Atlanta-based Taco Bell restaurant. In 2017?
So,
damn.
So, Tony, or what's his name? So, Sweetie and what's the other guy? Troy Scott, Tony Scott, whoever the rapper is. I'm obviously a big fan of him. They both have McDonald's meals that people go crazy for.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they just go to essentially those are dollar menu meals where they're 2 cheeseburgers, a fry, and special Polynesian sauce on this burger, and everyone loves them. So maybe that's kind of what he's doing there. You're going to be able to go get the little Nas X meal.
I don't know. They said Little Nas X knows the job, the experience, and the culture Taco Bell creates for its fans, including its people. This unique partnership will deliver on more than just marketing, allowing us to tap into the genius of Lil Nas X to inspire our team members and align with our commitment to unlocking opportunities for young people.
None of that's true. They're going to have a little Nas X meal for 2 months, and they're doing the exact same thing McDonald's is doing.
Shocking. Little Nas X has a new album coming out.
Yeah. Could you imagine,
that's funny.
for an artist, be yeah, got a new album, very excited about it, and Taco Bell is the sponsor. What?
Hey, man. World's a different place.
Sean right here. Ooh, I'm going to take my horse to the Taco Bell. He's going to be in the nachos. I love it. Thank you for that. Yeah. Once again, I'm still, I think I'm on a Taco Bell strike for the most part.
Yeah.
Although I think I ate there, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Quesalupa or nothing, Taco Bell. Your move.
Yeah.
Your move, you son of a bitch.
I don't know the last time I was at Taco Bell. It's been a while.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taco Bell has pared down their menu so much that and they've gotten rid of some things that I thought they would never get rid of.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just I'm disenfranchised, no pun intended, with Taco Bell.
I get it.
So once again, in case you missed it, welcome to Rockville. Obviously saw the departures of Nine Inch Nails and Deftones last week to their Thursday lineup. Yesterday, they announced the new lineup for Thursday. It is going to see the additions of Slipknot, A Day to Remember, and then special guest Gojira.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that. I mean, Slipknot always.
The only thing that kind of sucks about the announcement is there was no surprise factor to it.
Agreed.
So as soon as Nine Inch Nails bowed out of the Riot Festival in Chicago because they canceled all their touring, Slipknot was raised their hand hey, we're in.
Yeah.
And everyone's okay. It's a Danny Wimmer show.
Yeah.
Danny Wimmer showdown is for Welcome to Rockville. Obviously, Slipknot's going to fill that. So I guess it was just like the only thing for me, and to be the big complainer I am, is it wasn't like a surprise band. Like it wasn't like, ooh, the Foo Fighters or someone else.
Yeah, I get it.
I was hoping for another like excitement type of random pick, but I'm not mad at Slipknot, man. I'm super excited to see them on it. But I mean, with a show with your headliners of Slipknot, Metallica, Disturbed, and Metallica, not the worst lineup. And then see the return of Mudvayne, Offspring. You randomly got Skinnered on there because of Florida. Zombies, Social D, Cypress Hill, Day to Remember, Gojira, STP, Chevelle, Mastodon's on there as well. Anthrax is on there. Yeah, it should be a really cool festival. I'm kind of excited to check this one out. I think the day that really stands out to me, I mean, it was initially Thursday because of Nine Inch Nails.
Right.
Ooh, I'm going to have to say the best day possibly is that Friday. It's Metallica, Zombie, Social D, Chevelle, Pennywise, Beartooth, Starset, Ice Nine Kills, Aaron Jones, Amigo the Devil, 0936. Yeah, I think that one possibly, I mean, that and Thursday. Thursday's lineup is really good too with STP, Spirit Box. They were supposed to be on that Limp Bizkit tour. They got saved by the dudes from Shinedown. Dorothy, Grandson, Cypress Hill. Yeah, I mean, Thursday and Friday, I think, are the real shining stars of Welcome to Rockville. Not trying to shit on, Saturday or Sunday. Obviously, Mudvayne's a huge deal. Mastodon is a huge deal on Sunday. Yeah, Beartooth, I don't know, man. I just haven't gotten into him, Sean. Sean Du said Beartooth is really good, too. I just don't love him. Hate me, whatever. I don't care. Beartooth, I've just never gotten into their stuff. No matter how much I've listened to, it's just not for me.
Yeah. All right, 4.5 minutes. Somebody just posted one of the web pages I follow, Retro Peoria, it's just back home, Illinois. They posted pictures from the Bulls game when they played a preseason game at the Civic Center.
Mm-hmm.
Took on the Cavs. I was there for that. That was pretty cool. October 13th, 1995. Very first appearance by Dennis Rodman. We had Rodman, Jordan, Pippen, all there. That was fun.
How much time we have going into
3:45.
Okay. I don't know. Did you talk about this? The Blossom chick, Mayim Bialik.
Yes.
She's going to temporarily host Jeopardy until a new host is found. So they filmed the first week of new shows with Mike Richards. Apparently those are going to stay in place.
I get it. You might as well.
And they're going to play, and I guess it comes back in September. So he'll air the first week, and then she'll fill in until they find a new full-time host.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted, like I said, so she was brought on to be the prime time and special, host. Mm-hmm. They wanted her full time, but she had other things, so she couldn't commit to all of it. But fill in until they find somebody. It makes sense. You just give it to LeVar Burton.
Everyone wants to give it to LeVar Burton. I say give it to Aaron Rodgers. I think he.
I don't know. I mean, can he do it though? Right now?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
He could have worked it out.
Yeah, no,
okay.
He could have worked it out.
All right.
Actually, I just want him to focus on something that's not football. Maybe takes his attention away. Maybe he doesn't perform as well. Those are all things I'm telling myself. But yeah, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers. Actually, I would love to see him love Jeopardy so much that he just decides not to do football anymore, in the middle of a season. That'd be cool.
You just brought this up about Saweetie and her McDonald's meal.
Yeah. She's
now selling merch to go along with it. T-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, fanny packs, trucker hats, even socks.
Can she? I mean, is it a co-branded deal? Are we getting the McDonald's logo and all that stuff?
It kind of looks like it, yeah. It says, y'all know I stay dipped in the latest fashion, so it was only right I dropped some icy merch to celebrate my McDonald's collab. There are so many oversized pieces that I love, all my favorites, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. Now she's got her own line of stuff as well. That's funny. Hey, go for it. Why not? Elton John back on the Billboard Hot 100 for the first time in 21 years.
What did Elton John do?
He collaborated with Dua Lipa.
Good for him.
Yep. On Cold Hearts, they debuted at number 81 this week.
So he's got that song, and he also did a Metallica cover. So coming up in early September, Metallica is going to release their 30th anniversary edition of the Black Album, and he did a cover. I forget exactly what song. Let me look it up real quick. But he kind of let the cat out of the bag like months ago that he did this.
The song features Elton singing parts of his song Sacrifice and Dua singing verses from Rocket Man. Interesting. All right. First time in 21 years since he's been on the Billboard Hot 100. I believe COVID put a kibosh on like his final tour too. I think he's kind of picking that back up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was like the goodbye Yellow Brick Road tour.
I know Elton John has played here twice or so since I've gotten here.
Crazy. We don't get any shows, and then Elton John pops through. How does that happen? 20 seconds. All right, guys, be right back. Coming up Labor Day weekend, it's the Rock 106.1 20th anniversary countdown. We're counting down the top 1,061 songs ever played on Rock 106.1, and we need your help putting this list together.
Yeah, so swing on by rock1061.com, drop in your info, and then tell us what songs you want to hear. It could be one, it could be, 1,061. Let us know what you want to hear, and these will play over Labor Day weekend. From Friday through Monday, we're counting down the top 1,061 songs right here on Rock 106.1 as a culmination of our 20th anniversary.
So once again, help us out. Hit up the website. Let us know what songs should make the list. It is rock1061.com. Coming up next, getting ready for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. I believe Marshall and I are just going to take on each other today in trivia. So we got that. It's coming up next. Stick around. There's Creed and Higher. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Good old Creed and Higher. Hope that makes the list. It'd be funny if we just played all Creed songs for the top 1,061
just
songs
over and over again.
Yeah, it's just like how many albums do they have? 3 albums, 4
Something
albums?
like that, yeah.
Yeah, just all of them. Just played back to back in full.
So we have done 1,000-song countdowns in the past. We haven't done one for probably 4 or 5 years. So it's interesting now putting together the list because there's so much more music out there. So things that were way higher before, it's like you're looking at them and they're not nearly as high as they were before. Some bands that you'd expect to do, way better aren't. It's interesting. It's an interesting process to put together. And your guys' help has made it a heck of a lot easier. So thank you.
Yeah, so there's 5 Creed albums. My Own Prison, 97. Weathered in 2001. Wrong order. My Own Prison, 97. Human Clay in 99. Weathered in 01. Full Circle had to wait a full 8 years for Full Circle.
Damn.
And then another 7 years for Valve. So you got 5 albums of Creed goodness, man. Someone just text in 1,061 songs. You play Creed as Alter Bridge on the playlist anywhere. There you go. Do we play Alter Bridge? I think we do. We'll probably have a song or 2 in there. There's a lot more Creed jams than you guys remember. Like we all give a crap about Higher. Like Higher can be annoying in some form or fashion, but like there's a lot of jams that Creed has that people don't give him credit for. I talk about this because my wife's a huge Creed fan, and trust me, we listen to Creed quite a bit while having drinks on the patio. So we're having an issue with the phone lines, guys. So that's why we're taking each other on in trivia. Hopefully going to get that fixed today, and we can be back doing trivia against one of you tomorrow. So Sorry. But, this is what happens when Tim's out of town. Good old Tim and his Alaska trips.
Mm-hmm. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Who wants to go? Do you want to go first? Want me to ask you first?
I'll ask you first.
Okay.
We're going to go with, I have 2 games written. I'm going to go with game 1, which I thought was the harder one.
Okay,
so,
sounds good.
We'll see how you do. You gave me an absolute tough one today when it came to quiz in the face. So I don't feel bad about this.
No, it's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that was rough.
Well, actually, I got 3 out of 5 on the back half of the quiz.
That's true.
So I only did 1 out of 4 on the first half. That was kind of the bummer. Although I got close to that last one.
There were several that you were like, it's this or this, and you went with the wrong one. So, there were several that, you were close to.
I don't know why. It seems like a lot of NFL players like to choose Minnesota or the Miami Dolphins or the Raiders as their final destination.
Yeah.
What, Miami because of the weather, Minnesota because of the money, and the Raiders because you want to die. They were in Oakland at the time.
I got about 45 seconds.
Have a good one, Wanda.
See you, Wanda.
All right, guys, we're going to dive into trivia here. Then after that, Lauren Wolverton will be coming in to explain The Bachelor in Paradise Episode 2.
I do have some notes from it. A few things I wanted to ask. All right, guys, about 15 seconds. Be right back. Quizzed in the face. Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Today, Marshall and I will be taking on each other. So I think you're going to quiz me first.
I am.
We'll see how we do, and then take a quick break, come back, and return the favor to Marshall.
All right, so Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brought to you once again by our friends over at the Savannah Bar Crawl. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Now, here's the deal. Your time will begin after I ask the first question. If for some reason you don't know the answer, just say pass, and if we have enough time, we'll come back to it. Cotter, are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
All right, here we go. Question number 1 is multiple choice. Where are a butterfly's taste receptors located? Is it their feet, eyes, or tongue?
I'm going to say feet.
That is correct. Question number 2. What U.S. city is serviced by O'Hare International Airport?
Chicago.
That is correct. 2 for 2. Number 3. What U.S. state is the setting for The Cleveland Show?
Maryland.
Incorrect. Question number 4. The fear of men is known as andiphobia or androphobia?
I'm going to go with, B.
That is correct. Question number 5. What state is the Salvador Dali Museum located in?
Florida?
That is correct. Question number 6. Who are the 4 main characters of the TV show South Park? Name them all.
Kenny, Cartman. Why can't I think of them? Kyle and Stan.
That is correct. And question number 7. In a standard deck of cards, the Jack, Queen, and King all show both eyes in what suit?
Oh, damn it. Diamond.
Incorrect. All right, Cotter, you got 5 out of 7 today. Not too shabby.
Okay, I'll take that. We'll put Marshall to the test. Coming up next, are you smarter than a community college dropout? Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. Guess we forgot to do correct answers.
We can come back and start the next break with him. Charles said, I think A-Dub must have hit the head at the Home Depot. Dude, I don't know why. Charles, you go to Home Depot a lot. I don't know why people go there and absolutely explode their bowels inside of a Home Depot, but the poor folks that work at Home Depot who have to clean up after those folks, oh, good Lord, you could not pay me enough money to work at Home Depot and have to be the guy in charge of cleaning toilets.
Nope, I'm good.
Apparently, contractors eat like they absolutely hate themselves. Maybe it's the stress of the job. I don't know. Maybe they're eating a bucket of KFC before they go to bed. Got 8 hours to cultivate whatever the hell is going to come out of them later. And apparently it's going out at Home Depot. Disgusting.
All right, after commercials here, going to get to new Foo Fighters Making a Fire. And then we'll quiz Marshall. All right. So Tom Cruise was in the UK flying around in a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Some family kind of got a phone call, and they're like, "Look, you got a lot of land. Got to land a helicopter in that area. Can we swing by and land in your yard?" And they're like, "Yeah, totally cool. That's awesome." They thought it was cool because their kids had never seen a helicopter before.
Right.
So they land this helicopter. Tom Cruise just hops out. Goes, "What's up, guys? How's it going? I got a meeting. I'm going to go to this meeting. Helicopter's here. You guys want to ride around in the helicopter while I'm at the meeting? Cool. I'll be back." So they hop in. They just get to take off in the helicopter. He takes some pictures. He goes to his meeting, comes back, hops in the helicopter, and leaves.
Yeah.
So there you go. Tom Cruise just hopping in via the helicopter to people's yards.
That's awesome, though.
That's kind of a cool story.
Let's see. Sean says Home Depot and Menards. Menards has some stank-ass bathrooms, but they are always so clean. Rhett says if those hot dog stands just outside the front door, eat, then go inside and blow the toilet up. Apparently, you guys have all suffered from the Home Depot bathroom trip.
I mean, is it people, out working where it's like their options are porta potties and they're like, "Hey, man, Home Depot run." And they're like, "Yes, thank God." And they can use the restroom at Home Depot. I mean, and they've just been holding it in all day.
That most likely is the case. Yeah, I guess so.
Get in and just destroy it.
So there is a, no, that's not what I want. So there is a video game development studio called NetherRealm. They're the guys who actually make the Mortal Kombat games.
Okay.
And they also make, they do a fighting game called Injustice, and it's like all the DC characters. Essentially, it's Mortal Kombat just with like DC,
cool.
Superman and Batman and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a pretty popular series, and it's done really well. But apparently a report just came out 17 hours ago that NetherRealm, the game development studio, is actually favoring to make the next Mortal Kombat movie game over doing a new DC Injustice fighting game, which makes, I think, kind of makes sense.
I get that.
With Mortal Kombat, the movie, doing pretty well for HBO Max and doing decent in theaters. I think on the heels of doing a new film, because I'm guessing Mortal Kombat 2 will eventually come out.
Yeah.
That probably putting out a game around the same time as that next film would probably be the smart move.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, I love Mortal Kombat games. I'm one of those guys that absolutely goes all in at the beginning of a Mortal Kombat game, and then I haven't picked it up in months.
I couldn't tell you. Oh wait, no, I could. So there was one of them that came out years ago that you guys bought. We were over at your house for something, and I played. So that was maybe 5-6 years ago. Last time I played Mortal Kombat.
That was probably Mortal Kombat 10.
That might have been it.
Yeah, there's been another one since.
Okay. Reminiscence, the Hugh Jackman movie. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Is it good?
It's okay.
Did not do well at the box office. $2 million.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty much a bomb at the box office, but it had no marketing behind it. Like,
that's true.
The only time I heard about Reminiscence was the week before it came out.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
If they just would have given him like claws, I bet it would have done better. He should have claws in every movie he does.
It's honestly it's a very Westworld movie. I mean, it's done by the folks that did that series, that are doing that series. It's very much in a Westworld kind of look, vein, technology wise. So it is pretty cool. It's just like, I don't know. There's some stuff about that film that I don't know. It didn't work very well. It didn't work well for me. So I didn't love it for sure. What I did love was the Woodstock 99 documentary that's currently on HBO Max. I don't know if anyone's seen it or not, but Woodstock 99 is an absolute murderer when it comes to documentaries. So much fun, a little less than 2 hours, and it's really well put together. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's on HBO Max. It's called like Music Box Presents Woodstock 99, and it's very cool.
Yeah, it's a really good documentary. It is well done.
Sean says the only time I heard about this movie was when Cotter just brought it up. Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah, Red. Thank you for agreeing. It was just all right. It's a little trippy with some time flashes. Yeah, it's honestly it's not very good. Well, I love Hugh Jackman, and I think her name's Rebecca Ferguson, the girl who played the lead female lead. She's really good too, and they had great chemistry together, and it was very cool to see how it kind of played out. I didn't care for the ending. I think the ending was the worst part about it. I wish they would have went a separate way, but I don't know.
Is Tandy Newton from Westworld in it?
She is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, what are we, 3 minutes out from going back on the air? We'll do the second half of Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. We'll go over answers for our first half of the quiz, and then Cotter will quiz me on the back half of this break.
Then, of course, after 9, Lauren Wolverton will be in for Explain the Bachelor, episode 2 of The Bachelor in Paradise. All 2 hours of it. Sexiest 2 hours on TV.
Oh, yeah?
Unless, I don't know. I'm sure it's something they've said before. Unfortunately, David Spade, that was his final episode, which is unfortunate. He could have stayed there the entire time. He was funny.
So you're a fan of David Spade? I didn't realize he was going to host 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, I mean, for this sort of thing, he was perfect. You know, it's just like he was willing to make fun of it, make fun of himself. You know, he did obviously was not taking it too serious. And he was a good fit. His kind of comedy and his kind of just attitude was a good fit for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, Lance Bass will do a fine job.
Oh, is he up next?
I believe he's next, yes. All right, just under 2 minutes. I have gone to bed at 11 o'clock the last 2 nights, and it's kicking me in the butt. I have napped, but still. 4 hours of sleep at night, not getting the job done.
Rhett, I saw that too. Rhett just mentioned the Jason Momoa film, Sweet Girl. I saw that join on Netflix, and I almost thought about watching it just last night, but I went with the Woodstock 99 documentary because it's something I've been meaning to watch for a while. I'm glad I went with Woodstock 99 because, I heard Sweet Girl was just kind of okay.
I heard it did really good on Netflix, though. A crap ton of people watched it.
So there's a Apple TV show called C, and Jason Momoa is in that. And then a second season that actually has Dave Bautista joining. The second season comes out this coming Friday. So if you're looking for something to watch, C, S-E-E, from Apple TV is really good. Well worth your time. That and the TV show Servant are both worth either stealing or getting a free subscription from Apple TV and watching all in 1 week. Trust me, it's well worth your time.
Sean finally finished the second half of The Walking Dead for season 10. I was going to rewatch the entire season 10, and then I scratched that plan, and I'm watching the last 3 episodes. And I think that'll be enough. And then the first episode of season 11 came out this weekend, so I'm going to try to watch that this week. Hopefully it's okay. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. So Marshall and I quizzing each other today. Marshall, I did okay, 5 out of 7. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you killed the first half of the quiz today. I'll go ahead and give you the correct answers just in case anyone missed them. Question number 1, what are a butterfly's taste receptors located on? They're their feet. The U.S. city serviced by O'Hare National Airport is Chicago. Now, what U.S. state is the setting for the Cleveland show Virginia is the correct
Okay.
answer. Now, the fear of men is known as what? I gave you two choices. There's Andy-phobia or androphobia. I just thought Andy would be
That's funny, yeah.
That's a guy's name. Question number 5, what state is the Salvador Dali Museum located in? That is Florida. Question number 6, who are the 4 main characters of the TV show South Park? Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny. And in question number 7, in a standard deck of cards, the Jack, Queen, and King all show both eyes in what suit? That is the suit of clubs.
Okay, yeah, I had no idea. That was a complete and total guess. So, all right, here we go, Marshall. Your time is going to finish as soon as your time is going to start as soon as I finish question number 1. It is multiple choice. Here we go. What famous boxer once accidentally told reporters, after this fight, I may just fade into Bolivian? Was it Evander Holyfield or Mike Tyson?
Fade into
Bolivian.
instead of oblivion.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Mike Tyson type of thing.
That is correct. The Puffy Shirt, The Little Kicks, and The Frogger are 3 classic episodes of what sitcom?
Seinfeld.
That is correct. How many time zones are in Russia? 11 or 13?
Oh, that's a great question. 11?
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
These go to 11 is a famous line from what classic comedy?
Spinal Tap?
That is correct. What is a baby goat called?
Marmot.
Incorrect. Which team has never played in a World Series? Colorado Rockies, Seattle Mariners, or Texas Rangers?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, no. Seattle Mariners?
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
What was the very first state in the Union?
The very first state. That is such a great question. Virginia.
Incorrect. All right, so 5 out of 7.
All right, 5-5 today.
We
I'll take
tied.
it.
All right, here you go. Correct answers. After this fight, I might just fade into Bolivian. Was Mike Tyson. Very funny. Puffy Shirt, Little Kicks, Frogger, all Seinfeld episodes. Russia has 11 time zones. These go to 11 from This Is Spinal Tap. Baby Goat is called a kid.
Yeah, of course.
There it is. Seattle Mariners, the only team in Major League Baseball to never play in a World Series.
I knew the Rangers have. I didn't know about the other one. I don't know. I just randomly chose the Mariners.
And the very first state, Delaware.
Ah, damn it. I knew it was up there. I knew it was in that area.
All right, coming up after 9 o'clock, going to be joined in studio by Lauren Wolverton from Connect Savannah to explain The Bachelor. Episode 2 of Bachelor in Paradise aired last night. We'll talk about it. Coming up next, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
So I'm doing a quick recap of episode 2. Apparently, Demi is stirring the pot, and Tammy exposed another contestant.
Oh, Demi. I've got her in my notes.
Demi's kind of cute, man.
She is. And everybody noticed when she walked in. Everybody noticed.
Heartfelt exploring her sexuality, Demi from the previous season of Bachelor in Paradise is gone, but here is now to make trouble.
Oh yeah, she was very open about that.
Good for her. All right, guys, coming up on... You knock the plug out.
Okay.
Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll explain The Bachelor, then we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News. I'm going to go see if our guest has arrived. It sounds like she has.
She is here. All right. All right, so getting close to 9 o'clock. Thank you to everybody for hanging out today. As always, we appreciate that. Tomorrow on the show, going to be joined by Mac. She's going to give us some chicks on dudes. I always forget the other Wednesday feature because I'm a moron. Let's see. I think the Mount Rushmore is Wednesday. It was somewhat new. That's my excuse. That's what I'm going with. Sorry, guys. I'm digging through here looking for it. Yep, Mount Rushmore. All right. Lauren is definitely here. Marshall's getting her. Dudes, mount, brush. All right. All right, guys. Sorry here. Still trying to get everything situated as we get into final hour of the show. Flying by, man. Flying by. All right, so the body feels way better today. I ran Greg, member of the Horde, took me out running on Sunday morning, did 5.5 miles, did intervals. So I didn't run 5.5 miles straight. Did intervals every minute. We ran for a minute, walked for a minute. Body was hurting yesterday. Much better today. Shin splints are basically gone. And the feeling of bruised ribs, not as bad.
Sorry. Yeah, Lauren is here. She's in the lobby. We're just going to bring her in here in just a few moments to explain The Bachelor.
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes, so plenty of time. Once we get out of commercials, I'm going to flip her over so we can be in delay.
Sean, thank you for adding in a little gift for Mac in our package this time. She'll be very excited about that. Did you send that off yet, speaking of? I think you said
He said it was out for delivery.
Oh, cool.
I think is what he had said a little bit ago.
That's awesome.
Yep, just got the notification. The box is out for delivery. So if we get that, we can have an unboxing maybe tomorrow.
Okay. All right. How far away are we?
We still got like 10 minutes. So there was a special ed teacher in the Savannah Chatham County Public School District charged with first-degree cruelty to children.
What? What do they do?
That's what I'm looking. Savannah special education teacher at Godley Station charged with first-degree cruelty to children. Elizabeth Louise Board turned herself in on August 16th. The following statement: she's been removed from her teaching assignment, reassigned to alternative site locating, no contact with students. She turned herself in. It doesn't say what she did. What is specifically alleged to have happened has not been released. An incident report from the school police indicates authorities were notified August 10th by the school principal and that there were several witnesses.
Yikes.
So that's always scary, man.
Speaking of scary, did you see the story about the lady with the DUI yesterday?
No.
So let's see if I can find it real quick. So this happened yesterday. A mother was charged with vehicular homicide and DUI after she crashed her car, I believe it was into a phone pole, and killed her 12-year-old son.
Oh, this was out on Wilmington Whitmarsh, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
My wife told me about it yesterday.
So, yeah, it was yesterday morning. The driver in the morning's crash faces multiple charges. The Georgia State Parole says the vehicle struck a tree near Turner Rock Road. I don't know if you know where that's at or not. You lived over there for a minute.
Yeah.
Madrina McKay, 41, charged with DUI, first-degree vehicular homicide, and failure to maintain lanes and several other charges. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the absolute worst. But also, why was that lady drunk at like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, good morning, Liquid. Happy Taco Tuesday. I think I celebrated yesterday. I actually ate some Chipotle. And I'm not going to lie, I'm thinking about doing it again.
Dude, Chipotle is the best. I just remember to get rid of all the evidence.
I just in your household.
Why she called me out? She brought it up again the other day.
Wow, man, she was really holding on to that.
She really misses Chipotle. She's kind of on a diet-ish, where I'm not, really. So.
Why is your wife on a diet? She's like 4 pounds.
She'd like to lose a few pounds, I guess. So, I mean,
we'll just show her this part of the video where I say, Danny, you're like 10 pounds soaking wet. You don't need to lose any weight. And then maybe she'll get some Chipotle.
We did have pizza last night. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, she got like a 40% off pizza for Papa Murphy. So it was like $8. for the largest pizza they got. It was great.
Well, to be honest, that's how much every Papa Murphy's pizza should cost.
No, it should, yes. But it was pretty nice.
So there is a spot over on Chatham Parkway, leading up to like the Chatham Parkway Toyota. There was a place called Nancy's Pizzeria, and I thought it was pretty decent pizza. They unfortunately closed.
Oh no!
And I think they closed sometime over the pandemic or just before it.
Yeah.
So I'm driving by on Chatham Parkway last Friday, running some errands, and in that spot, there is a place called Katrina's Burrito Express opening soon.
I'm intrigued.
I'm also intrigued by Katrina's Burrito Express.
Where's it at again? Chatham Parkway?
It's Chatham Parkway. So if you know where Chatham Parkway Toyota is, there's a like strip mall, same side of the road, just before it, before you kind of cross over into Garden City.
Okay.
There's a spot there called Katrina's Burrito Express. I have to try that once it's officially opened.
I was so there's buildings popping up around the Kroger on Berwick, and I was all excited because it's like, all right, give me a Chipotle, give me something cool like that. I'm down.
Oh, I know.
Bring it on.
About, yeah.
So it's like, it's right on the back end of the parking lot there. So we know what's opening up there. One is neither a Chipotle. I'm still bummed. One is a seafood restaurant, which we don't have one out there. So I'm like, okay. I'm down for some seafood.
Yeah, it was like something crab.
Yeah.
Crazy crab.
The other one's another Chinese restaurant.
Chopsticks.
Which
sounds like a generic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Chinese food. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, there's like 3 right there. We don't need another. Give me a Chipotle.
Maybe they'll put one over there. Yeah, that area definitely needs one for sure.
It's like the how large that area has grown probably within the past 10 years. The lack of restaurants around there still blows my mind.
Let's see. Look, says I have my league tomorrow. Should I look into golf outing for the Horde or should we wait? I go every Wednesday evening. Hold on to it. Let us work some things out. We have some things coming up on the schedule that we haven't talked about yet.
Greg, the fact that you think I weigh 180 pounds is like the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you. Because talking about the weight my wife would like to lose, Greg said she'd like to lose 180 pounds. Cotter wakes up with a pillow over his face. True story.
Sweet release he would feel.
I think it would be both. I think both of us. Sigh of relief. I get it.
Yeah, Mac, yes, you are getting a gift from Sean. You're welcome. I made sure that happened for you, just so you know.
Now we're going to...
mostly me. Mostly Sean, but mostly me.
I'm assuming I know what it is. So we'll just eat it in front of her, right? I mean, that's kind of the game plan.
Well, yeah. I mean, what we'll do is we'll open the bag and she'll eat like 2 or 3, and then we'll eat the rest. Hey, can we see that bag real quick?
All right, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to switch over to delay. We'll be right back. Oh, the light doesn't work again. Cool. Oh, there it is.
It was working just a moment ago.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we got about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes.
Red says, just use the other side of the pillow, so at least it's cool as you smother to death. I don't think that's going to be a request he's going to be able to ask for.
Yeah, probably not. Well, if I put it in now? Just give her the heads up now.
She doesn't listen to your show, man.
No, I'd have to tell her.
All right. I'm going to go grab Lauren here.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys, got about 4 minutes. If you're unfamiliar with The Bachelor, specifically The Bachelor in Paradise, Lauren's going to fill you in, let you know what's going down this season on the island. Good morning. Good morning. I got about 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Thanks for coming in again.
Thank you. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Thanks for explaining The Bachelor. Are you going to celebrate Taco Tuesday today?
You know, my Tuesday is actually Chick-fil-A Tuesday almost every week.
Really?
Yeah, Cameron gets off work at like 9 o'clock, so I just starve until he gets off and brings Chick-fil-A home.
I was going to say, which Chick-fil-A do you go to? Because
the one on Victory.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Because the one here,
The one on Mall?
this is just getting stupid. It's so bad. You lunch, I mean, they block traffic.
Yes. All the way through that light.
I hate it.
Yeah, I honestly have almost run into like 3 or 4 people trying to get past them so they can go get their spicy chickens.
That spicy chicken sandwich is no joke.
It's the
great.
best.
Yeah.
For me, it's the only thing I can get at Chick-fil-A. You get the spicy deluxe combo, the waffle fries, and then people love Polynesian sauce. You know what? I bought like a bottle of it for the house.
Yeah.
I was like, because I haven't tried it too many times.
Right.
I don't care for it.
I don't love it either.
I don't think I love it.
Their honey mustard is what I get. I love their honey mustard.
Chick-fil-A sauce, y'all.
No, honey mustard.
Only.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Chick-fil-A sauce? What is it?
Are you serious?
I don't
They
think
sell
I've-
it like by the
Yeah,
bottle.
you can buy bottles of
I don't think I
Chick-fil-A
ever.
sauce.
Well, I don't think I ever got the
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A
no,
sauce. Is it just like secret sauce?
It's like yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
it's got a
Thousand
honey
Island.
mustard vibe, but like with a little
So it's just like
seasoning.
honey mustard and mayo,
Maybe, probably. It's fattening, but it's so good.
right?
All right, guys, got about 2 minutes. Look at us. We don't care about fattening.
What's your go-to when it comes to Chick-fil-A?
My meal every time is the spicy chicken sandwich meal. No
like it.
pickles.
What?
Really?
No pickles.
Okay.
I knew you were going to say that. I hate pickles.
Do you get cheese on it?
No.
No.
Yeah, not a fan of the cheese on it.
Straight up.
Spicy chicken, like a little bit of mayo. I'm guessing is on there. Lettuce, tomato.
Mm-mm. I just do the spicy chicken, then I put the ketchup on the chicken sandwich, then the Chick-fil-A sauce with the waffle fries.
Okay.
It's kind of plain.
Ketchup on the chicken sandwich?
It's good. It's good.
Come on.
Interesting.
It's like Zaxby sauce, according to Sean.
So we've asked this question before, like on our call-in segment. Our question of the day: What do you think is the weirdest thing you eat? What's the weirdest thing that people would look at you and be like, "What the f- are you doing, Lauren? What is that?"
I don't know.
Is there something like you shame eat, like you came and eat in front of your boyfriend Cameron? I mean,
No, I don't necessarily eat anything weird, but like I maybe eating at weird times. Like if I have specifically leftover Chinese food, I like to eat it cold in the morning.
right. It's
Breakfast.
essentially your cold pizza, but you do Chinese food.
Yes, something about that cold lo mein is like unreal to me. I don't know.
Unreal. Interesting.
I don't think there's anything really weird or gross though.
Are you like a nighttime snacker?
You put chicken on a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Maybe that's
weird.
the weirdest.
Do you like wake up at like
ketchup.
3 a.m. and be like, you know what? I'm gonna eat this whole box of chocolates.
No.
Okay.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. What happened on last night's episode of The Bachelor in Paradise? Going to find out here in just moments. Don't forget, join us on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, you can listen to the show. You can download the Rock 1061 app. That bad boy is free. You can get us on the in-home smart speaker. Also, the website, that is rock1061.com.
Roses, hot single people, plenty of booze. We got no idea what the hell's going on with The Bachelor. Thankfully, Lauren from Connect Savannah is here to keep all that sexiness straight. Explain The Bachelor. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
I joined in studio by Lauren Wolverton of Connect Savannah. Thank you for joining us again this week.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
All right, so Bachelor in Paradise episode 2 went down. You're here to help us, navigate the waters of all the sexiness. For starters, though, let's just kind of reset because Bachelor in Paradise, not the typical Bachelor, Bachelorette kind of vibe. So what is the Bachelor in Paradise? Just a quick, rough description.
Short and sweet. All the people who didn't win The Bachelor, they put them on an island, they give them drinks, and they send each other home every week.
So wait, should they call the show Drunk Losers in Paradise instead?
100%. There's no Bachelor there.
So we could show up, Cotter.
We got a shot.
Yeah, all right.
So this is like everybody who's just making a career out of the Bachelor franchise at this point in time.
Yes, they're getting sponsored by Fit Tees
Are you
and
serious?
Instagram.
There's sponsorships for these people?
Oh, look at all their Instagrams. It's nothing but ads.
Yeah, and then eventually they're going to show up on like MTV's The Challenge. You know,
We can only hope.
Yeah,
right now, it's a lot of Big Brother people, but Bachelor's on their way.
100%.
It's gotta be. I mean, because it's like they walk out and they're like, "Oh, you're from this episode. Oh, you're from this one. Oh, I was here last year." So yeah, it's just this big kind of like, I don't know. They just keep recycling everybody coming back.
Yes, recycle is a perfect word.
So they're not there for love. They're just there for Instagram.
Hey! How dare you? How dare you? You don't know their intentions, Cotter.
I'm pretty sure. I'm willing to go out on a limb saying love, not the first reason they're there.
No. If it happens, they're like, wow, good for me. Bonus.
So episode 2 happened last night, and Cotter, I did not watch it because I have Lauren for this.
Yeah.
So as a guy, we wanted you guys to have an opportunity to hear about what happened on The Bachelors for when your wives actually ask you, like, oh, can you believe Demi was this way? And you'd be like, yeah, I totally know what Demi did. And you can actually repeat what we said to you, to your wives or girlfriends. You're welcome.
I discovered my wife hates this bit already.
What?
So I sit down. Last week, I watched like 10 minutes of it, but she was distracted doing other stuff. So last night, we're both sitting on the couch, and I bring it up, and she's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, we got a brand new feature. It's Explain the Bachelor. And she's like, this is stupid. And then she left. So I sat there.
Wow.
I basically had, she's not a fan of the show.
Of you.
No, we knew that.
You're like, babe, it's for work.
All right, so Lauren, you're here to explain The Bachelor. Explain Demi to me, because she just seemed like a ball of fire coming in to mess stuff up.
Demi, well, she refers to herself as Hurricane Demi, so that sums it up. But she has like the most chaotic energy I have ever seen. I like her. She drives me crazy all at the same time, but she's so good on TV.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so she comes in, and of course they give her a date card right off the bat because she's here to mess everything up.
She's crazy.
Yeah. So she literally didn't have to do anything. So she walks in and she's like, I'm Demi, in front of everyone, and like everyone is shook. So she steals somebody's man right off the bat. Hot Brendan with the eyes.
Oh, why?
I know, because he's got the eyes. He's the hottest one on the beach.
All right, okay.
So she steals him for the first date. They go on this jet ski thing. They're making out. She's holding his face while she's talking to him. And then Brendan is
Guys
like...
love that, just so you know. Yeah, always
he
hold our
looked like
faces.
he loved it. He looked like he did. And then he's like, hold up, let's keep our options open.
Oh.
I know. She's pissed.
Okay.
Pissed.
Okay, about that. I get it. I mean, I get why she's probably in the moment. He's saying, look, let's, talk to other people. She's going to talk to other people too.
Oh my God, she talked to 5 before him?
She's keeping her options open.
So he did the alpha male move.
Totally.
He friend carded her almost immediately, but after he made out with her.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, she wasn't that great at doing that, so let's move on to someone else. So Hot Brandon, I like this guy. I like this guy already.
Yeah, I like Brendan.
Now, Demi was on the last season 6 in 2019, where she actually got engaged to another female cast member. So when she came back this time, David Spade asked, "Chicks or dudes?" I mean, he flat out, "What are you going for?" And she's like, I'm here to meet men this time." So then she came in and just kind of wreaked havoc.
Yeah.
So she came in. She wasn't on episode 1. So do they just sprinkle people in all season long?
Oh, yeah, because otherwise people would just get in their couples and then just keep giving each other roses, and it would just be nothing.
Yeah,
they would bring people
up.
in.
So this is so we're just throughout the entire season. It's all of a sudden we'll be like, boom, another hurricane gets dropped in.
Yes, and the people they'll bring in throughout the season are like the crazy ones who walk in like ready to steal your man. Yeah.
I mean, by episode 5, you need a new level of crazy.
It's true.
So you do need that dropped in.
All right. So once again, I definitely didn't watch the show, but I read a recap and I got some questions about Tammy. But let's leave that for after the break here. I got some questions about Tammy apparently exposing someone.
Ooh.
So,
yes.
Well, let's talk about that.
All right. Lauren Wolverton from Connect Savannah here to explain The Bachelor. We'll continue that next. This is Volbeat. Wait a minute, my girl, Cotter and Marshall show. Rock 106.1. Okay,
sorry about that. So I was reading a recap of The Bachelor in Paradise, season 7, episode 2, and Demi obviously joined the show. And I found this picture. I'm going to show it to the stream first, but she's a self-proclaimed pot stirrer,
and that's the intro.
Here's a picture of her stirring a pot on the beach. So I mean, obviously,
literally,
she a little too on the nose, maybe, but I like it.
She's a dream for like a reality producer.
Oh yeah. It seems like she'd be someone great to like join the challenge.
She is there to be on TV. I mean, some of the other ones kind of fake it okay. She's just there to be on TV.
Yeah.
All right, so your mom commented on the stream.
Uh-oh.
Fun fact about Lauren.
Oh.
Her 8th or 9th birthday party was Fear Factor themed.
No kidding. Are you a fan of Joe Rogan?
I love Joe Rogan.
One of the challenges was to eat dill pickles as fast as you can. Lauren wouldn't even attempt the challenge.
Do you hear me? That's why I hate pickles. I'm traumatized because at my own birthday party, I looked like a wimp. I'm pretty sure the pickles were my idea, too.
Quick question. When's the last time that you ate a dill pickle or pickle in general? Has it been years?
No, I'm actually going to plug Hopatomica because apparently old Chance the Pickler over there has like a real talent. And I went over there to do an interview and he was like, you have to try this pickle if I'm going to do this interview. And I didn't want to offend him. So I'm like, okay. And I tried it and he literally let me like spit it out. He was like, oh God, I can see like the pain in your eyes.
She was just welling up with tears. He's like, eat the pickle.
So the hatred is still alive.
Well, I believe it might be cucumbers though, but same thing. Undertaker from WWE has a fear, an unrational fear of cucumbers or pickles. So where like if he sees them, he freaks out and leaves. So as pranks that were played on him, they would like put him in his boots and put him in his bags, and he would literally freak out if he just hates them.
It's like when you throw a cucumber at a cat and they freak out because they think it's a snake.
Is that real?
Same thing? Yeah, no, that's real.
All right, hold on. We'll be right back, guys. Once again, joined in studio by Lauren Wolverton of Connect Savannah, here to explain The Bachelor. And Marshall, you had some questions.
Well, I mean, I mostly just had the one question because once again, you know, being a guy, we don't want to watch The Bachelor most of the time, except Cotter. He's part female, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to be attached to this show by the end of it, and I hate myself. I hate myself already.
So apparently, Tammy was up to some business on last night's episode, Bachelor in Paradise, episode 2 of the season. She exposed another contestant. Dive into this, Lauren. Let us know what happened so when we hear it, we can bring it up to our wives later and be like, can you believe Tammy? And that's all we need to say to our wives, and then she could just go on about it, and we'll just be like, oh, yeah, I know about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tammy, no one worked harder last night than Tammy. Okay? She was blowing stuff up left and right, and so the whole thing is Victoria P. Super cute gal. She's hitting it off with James. She can't remember his name. That's the most annoying part about all of it.
It's so bad, man.
Yeah,
It's so
she's
bad.
in her interview. She's like, yeah, I was making out with Jordan. And they're like, who is Jordan? She's like, oh, James, my bad.
She's a player.
Yes. Well, so Tammy has got some connects in Nashville where Victoria P lives. Also where her country music star boyfriend lives.
What's
going on here? I don't like
Tammy?
So Tammy says Victoria P is on this island to promote her country music boyfriend back in Nashville. Don't believe a word she says. Also, she can't remember your name.
So wait, country music boyfriend's just fine with her going to a mysterious island and making out and possibly getting weird with a bunch of dudes?
I guess.
That's a great boyfriend.
All about the career.
You know he's doing the same in Nashville without her. He's like, this is technically just a short break, but, you know, push my new single, you know, horses and beers.
Yep.
Now, Victoria, she left on her own free will, though, because she was highly offended for being called out.
Oh, she left the show?
She left.
Yeah.
No, Victoria P.
Which tells me she's guilty. She didn't even try to fight for herself. She was like, you know what? There's some bad energy here. I'm going to just go.
Oh, she didn't like the mojo. And she went home.
She pieced out, man.
Oh,
she left on her own.
Rest in peace, Victoria P.
So we saw what was like 4 people, counting her, got the boot on last night's show. I mean, it was a lot of people getting the axe. So who else besides Victoria is gone?
Champagne Girl. I can't remember her real name.
It doesn't matter. Everyone knows. Yeah.
Goddess Victoria, not Victoria P. Other one. And then, oh gosh, what is the other?
We lost all the Victorias on the show last
All
night?
Victorias are gone.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Jesus.
There was Serena C and Kelsey. Right?
Serena C. Yes, Kelsey Champagne Girl. So Serena C is gone as well.
You were such a fan of the show, Cotter.
I'm
very
telling
impressed.
You, I'm gonna hate myself.
Made a little fan out of you.
Gonna hate myself.
Bachelor in Paradise.
But no. So I mean, it's literally though everybody just hanging out on the beach. A couple dates happen. They just drink the whole time.
I just think you're really upset that you're not on the beach right now, drinking and just like kind of mouthing someone else's mouth with your tongue. Like, seriously.
No. I do want to talk about Serena C, though.
Okay, yeah.
So she approached one of the guys who didn't have like an official match yet. And she's like rapping for him, making out with him. And then Tammy, again, she's the hardest worker on this beach, came up right behind her, also made out with him, and she got the rose. So that's like humbling for Serena C.
Yeah. I mean, that guy absolutely like judged them based on make out ability.
Yeah,
Right?
he
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah, that is so humbling.
He needed the tiebreaker.
I would have just gone home.
Tiebreaker.
If I was the other girl, I would have just walked home. Be like, obviously not in the top 10 of making out right now. that is disturbing.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be back next week with episode 3. David Spade is out as a guest host.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Bass.
Lance Bass is coming in. I love David Spade. How do you think Lance Bass is going to do, though?
I love Lance Bass.
Okay.
I've got like a weird family tie with him with my aunt.
Oh.
So I just like am so excited to see him on TV.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to be guest host next week. Lauren will join us next Tuesday for Explain the Bachelor. Thank you so much, as always, for stopping by. We appreciate it. All right, Marshall's Music News. It's coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Lauren, homework assignment
Okay.
for the next week. Obviously, watch episode 3 of The Bachelor.
You know, an episode is coming on tonight. I'm about to put in.
What?
There's an episode tonight?
Yeah, another one tonight, and then there's 2 next week, too.
Why is this a thing?
We are going to be tired.
Why?
And I know you don't have anything to watch tonight.
I don't.
You're watching The Bachelor again by yourself.
No, I know.
Your wife's never coming downstairs again?
Never coming back.
All right, homework assignment. You said you have possibly some family ties to Lance Bass. Get Lance Bass on the show.
Okay, I can't do that. He
Nope.
visits my aunt's elementary school.
Perfect.
Once every 5 years.
No, exactly. Have her send a letter. Notarized. Make sure he gets it. Sign off confirmation. Let's get Lance Bass on the show.
Oh my God. I hope I'm thinking of the right boy band member. I'm pretty sure. My mom can confirm in the
Joey
comments.
Fatone the whole time.
I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
I could get him on the phone show probably. Just reach out.
No, you get Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
He needs all the love. All right, well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I finished episode 1, the video show of The Bachelor, and obviously I'll get this one turned around real quick. So I'll share those links to you and everyone so you guys can share them so people can keep in line with The Bachelor. And, of course, on YouTube, great place to find all of our content. We currently have a Bachelor in Paradise or Explain the Bachelor segment playlist, so you can actually catch all future episodes just in case you miss one. In the coming weeks, right there on our YouTube page.
I love that.
And your mother confirmed he does love Aunt Lisa.
Yes, I knew it.
Lance Bass? Okay, all right. Call Aunt Lisa. Say, yo, Lance Bass needs to come on this show for us. So
urgent. He
urgent.
has 6 days to get here.
Yeah, next. Well, he doesn't have to be in studio, but tell him he has to call in. He has to call in by next Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
Yeah. Just let Lance Bass and his people know. Just tell him that you watched The Circle. Lance Bass's assistant was on The Circle.
Oh.
Did you not watch The Circle?
So I actually got an email about them trying to recruit me to go on that show. And I was like,
you would be great for that show.
I think I would kill it. And then I was like thinking I could either be myself or I could be Cameron.
Yes.
Oh,
Either one.
You got to go with Cameron.
It'd be so funny.
You should, honestly, that show is made for you.
You would have to I would have to move to the UK for 4 months or something.
I think they
Is
actually.
it that long?
Something like that.
I think they film in Chicago, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they film the U.S. version in Chicago. And the other version is, so they show the outside stuff of the Circle building. That's all UK shots. I know this because I've watched both seasons. And then the actual filming is done in Chicago, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I can make that work.
Yeah. So anyway, get on The Circle so we
Okay.
can talk to you about it.
Okay. I'm on that too.
Yeah. Just be on all the reality shows, then watch also all the reality shows. You would be great on The Circle. Damn it, you would be good. Now that you bring it up.
I know, right?
Come
It would
on.
be fun. It's also so cute how they design their room to you. I hope mine would be pink.
Mine would be fake. Get a workout bar in there. Just and a bunch of pictures of Cameron everywhere. Just with his random tattoos. Be amazing.
His up closes of his
Yes.
tattoos. Not
A bunch
actually of him.
Just about Taylor Swift. Just this. Why is there just a man's nipple on the wall? Well, I had to get a picture of the Taylor Swift tattoo.
Yeah, duh.
Amazing.
Cool.
Well, thank you once again for coming in.
Thank y'all. I'm going to take my little selfie so I can promo this all over the place.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right, give me 1 second here.
It's the diet one.
Yeah. All right, there we go. We're back.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We'll be here.
Be fresh off an Illinois trip. Oh, yeah, I know. Family, but also, no one wants to see them. See you, Lord.
Bye,
y'all. Which story are you going with first?
I think I'm just going to go with Corey Taylor, kind of the update story from yesterday. Talking about Corey Taylor got himself some COVID.
We'll do. Let's see. We'll do Say You Haunt Me.
Rhett just finished up mowing the yard. Nice. Now time for a cold beer. 9:22 a.m. I love you, Rhett. You're amazing. Mama Wolverton, thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
All right, guys, 3 more stories wrapping the show up for a Tuesday. Tomorrow on the show, Cotter, what do we have?
Tomorrow we've got Chicks and Dudes. Mac's going to be in studio top of the 9 o'clock hour to answer your questions. If you got one, you can email it into the show, kmshow@rock1061.com. Also, Mount Rushmore of celebrity voices.
Yeah.
Celebrity voices.
That should be fun, man. I'm excited for this one. Just like all-time great celebrity voices. We'll be doing the Mount Rushmore of that. And I think we're just we're doing the month of September, then we're wrapping up Mount Rushmore, right?
Yep. So it'll be, I think Celebrity Voice is going to be interesting because, I mean, obviously you think of James Earl Jones and you think of Morgan Freeman right away, but there's so many others that just kind of stand out for their own unique things to where you can't just have a bunch of baritones on this list. It's got to be a well-rounded list.
It's true. That's absolutely true. I'm excited to dive into that tomorrow. Yeah, today, going back to the house, I got a bunch of, I got to write a proposal, I got to record a spot, I got to do all sorts of that stuff. And, of course, get ready for tomorrow's show. So got loads of stuff to prepare for. And then I'm also working with a buddy of ours who does some of our graphic stuff on an ad that he's putting together for a Connect Savannah magazine ad. So I just talking to him yesterday. I got to get back with him. So I got a load of stuff to get to. So I think I'm just going to wrap up, do some stuff. There you go.
Yeah, I don't plan on being here long. I've got to finish up. I forget how long it takes to put together the countdown thing, and I, for whatever reason, don't start it until 8 o'clock at night. So it's like last night I was like, working on it for like 3 hours, and 11 o'clock hit. So I'm like, I got to start on it sooner, so I can get some of it done and power through all of it. So I got some new show imaging that we'll never hear because it runs during the show. But I'll get that uploaded today, promoting the Horde, joining the Horde, promoting the phone number and stuff like that.
Liquid says if you put Fran Drescher on that list, we riot. Honestly, I didn't even think of her. But I do have a small list. I wrote down a few yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I usually like to have like 10-ish on my list, depending, because we'll cannibalize each other's picks. We don't know each other's picks going into it, so we'll definitely cannibalize each other's picks and need to figure out.
For this one, not that we need to know
a bunch, just in case.
For this one, we may want. Sorry, my throat got really dry all of a sudden. Don't need to know the order, but so we can get some audio, so people can hear the voice.
Sure,
may not be a bad thing to have some of that lined up. Bobcat Goldthwait. Yeah.
I think I can.
Or if you want to grab some audio, that's fine too.
Yeah, I got it. There's a setting on my computer that I got to change to grab audio from. I think there's a setting that I just have to change on my computer where I can actually grab it from what's playing on it.
Okay.
I could only imagine. I just got to figure that out.
Okay.
Once I figure that out, I'll be able to do a bunch of stuff.
Okay. Because it probably wouldn't be bad to have some audio for that one. All right, guys, got about a minute. Story number 1, Marshall's Music News, Corey Taylor update.
Dude, breaking news. Kane Brown debuted a new song on Kimmel last night called One Mississippi. Oh, can't wait to hear it on Bob 106.9.
Oh, God, what's his name? Liquid. Yeah, the guy who does all the voices and sound effects in Police Academy. He actually, he auditioned. I think
I think his name's like Michael Johnson.
Winslow? Michael Winslow? I don't know. Winslow may be in his character on the show. He auditioned on.
You're right, Michael Winslow.
He auditioned on America's Got Talent this season.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Michael Winslow is an actor and comedian known as the man of 10,000 sound effects for his ability to make realistic sound effects for using only his voice. He's best known for his role as Sergeant Larvell Motormouth Jones in the Police Academy series of movies and TV shows.
Nice. All right, guys, got about 5 seconds. Be right back. Good morning, all. Thanks for hanging out on air and on the stream. Let's get to some Marshall's music news.
So Corey Taylor of Slipknot and Stone Sour and his solo stuff and whatever other band he decides to be in over the weekend revealed that he had tested positive for COVID-19. At first thinking it was just the flu, but it confirmed later that he does have COVID-19. Now, he is married. His wife is a dancer from the group The Cherry Bombs. Her name is Alicia, and she's actually shared a quick update on Corey Taylor's battle with COVID-19. She said, wanted to give you guys an update. Corey is doing well, and thanks for everyone for the sweet thoughts and messages. Ready to get him home as soon as it's safe so I could take care of him. He's very luckily hasn't lost his sense of taste or smell, so I send him stupid amounts of snacks, hydration powders, and yummy desserts. So hopefully Corey Taylor is quickly on the mend. Obviously, his band Slipknot was just announced as the replacement act for Nine Inch Nails on this year's Welcome to Rockville and Riot Fest in Chicago. So Slipknot got a bunch of work to do before the end of the year, and Corey Taylor is kind of a guy who can't miss any of these shows. He's pretty important. So there's the latest on Slipknot and Corey Taylor.
All right, we got more of Marshall's music news coming up. Let's do some Stone Sour. It's Say You'll Haunt Me. Cotter and Masha Show, Rock 106.1.
Michael Winslow was in Spaceballs too?
Yeah, he was just in. It was a bit role where he just did the sound effects.
Okay. God, I haven't watched Spaceballs in forever.
That's such a great movie. So good. I mean, Blazing Saddles is still the premier Mel Brooks movie. The Spaceballs is solid.
All right, coming up, let's see. Do we do Static X or Insane? I don't want to end the show on a bad note, on a downer story. So let's do Insane Clown Posse next, then we'll end on Static X.
You are correct, Liquid. It's definitely when they jam the radar, because it's got the bleeps, meeps, and zeeps, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. I remember the scene.
He doesn't remember anyone's name, but he'll remember that scene from Spaceballs, the movie that came out like 40 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Say your name was Michael? It's Randy. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I think I'm going to take care of a bunch of my work stuff from home. And then tomorrow, pretty busy day post-show.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up checks for our good friend Eric Hune, who's a member of our sales team, going down to downtown, grabbing some checks from the bar. And then I'm going to go home, take a quick nap, and then get right back up and go to a meeting with the people over at Bull and Blade.
Yep, we'll be there.
That's what? When we going there? 3? Something like
I
that?
think it's 3 o'clock, yeah. Then I do have bingo tomorrow night at New Realm.
Oh, yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Hopefully people show up. All right, just over a minute.
Yeah, bingo, I think just the last couple of weeks, I think people are getting back into getting into a school schedule with their kids and everything. Yeah. So bars have definitely been lighter these past few weeks. I mean, for the majority of the summer, I was probably getting between 60 and 80 people every night playing bingo with me at the Draft Room Burr, which I do Thursdays at 7 o'clock. Last 2 weeks, it's more like 40.
Yeah.
And last week it was a little bit better, probably maybe 50, 55, but it definitely was it's been noticeably lighter these past 3 weeks, which makes sense because it completely coincides with school starting back up.
Yeah, and New Realm, too, it's like they're so tourist-based that it's like, with school starting everywhere, tourism is down a little bit, just as everything goes back to school. So, yeah, last night there's one group of 10 people that is from Savannah that come out and play. So when they don't show up for trivia, there's nobody there. So, all right, guys, just over 10. Be right back. Thanks for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. It is time for story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
So in some really sad news yesterday, Insane Clown Posse member Violent J announced that he had been suffering from heart failure.
Yeah.
As a result, ICP will embark on a farewell tour next year in 2022, although the duo will plan to do one-off shows from there on out. They will not do a full-on tour anymore. They'll just do kind of, I'm guessing, like Juggalo Fest or whatever it's called.
Gathering of the Juggalos?
Yes, the Gathering of the Juggalos. So here's what Violent J had to say about it. He goes, for those, and I had to heavily edit this because he said the F word like every other time. He goes, for those of you that haven't been to my house, the studio is probably 40 yards from my front door. I noticed walking out to the studio every day, by the time I got to the studio, I was winded. Then when I'd walk up to the mailbox, I'd be like, oh, I've got to take a break. What's the problem? Once again, he said the F word probably about 30 times. He continues saying, they called me the next day because he went to the doctor, saying that before the birds even woke up and told me that I had to go to the hospital immediately. They took me to the back and basically they just came out and told me that I have heart failure, and it scared the blank out of me. So he's obviously seeking medical treatment right now, but Violent J, not in the best place health-wise, but ICP does plan on going on a world tour next year in 2022. It'll be their full and last full-on tour, although they'll do one-off shows post that. So there you go. That's the latest news on ICP.
All right, one more story to go before we wrap up the show. Going to talk some Static X next. Marshall's Music News, Rock 106.1.
ICP really hit it with the Great Malenko album. I think it was that. 'Cause I remember like finally like finding these guys.
Yeah.
They're so weird. And they literally do have, I mean, I think they were recognized as a gang by the FBI.
For a little bit, yeah.
I mean, they probably still are.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Great Malenko came out in 1997, and it was a smash hit for those guys. And I owned it. I own the album. I don't need more. I don't know where the hell it went, but into the ether of the world. But I remember just loving that Great Malenko album. And it was so funny. I was working in Las Vegas, and I had a street teamer, and he was a big guy. Like he's like the linebacker size dude.
Yeah.
Like soaring over me, 6-7 inches taller than me, just a huge guy. And the last thing in the world that I thought was, he'd be an ICP fan. So I got talking to him one day. I'm like, what music do you really enjoy? Like, what's your jam? He goes, I love ICP. And I laughed. I was like, no, really? What do you like? He's like, no, I love ICP. And he had like the Juggalo tattoo on his arm.
Yeah.
Showed me for the first time. And then he like told me like this most heart-wrenching story about him going through a divorce and how he found ICP, and ICP helped him get through his divorce, like mentally. And like I was like, really? And he goes, I love him. He goes, I absolutely love him. I go, do you go to their concerts? They're like, yeah, of course I do. I'm like, do you paint your face? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I got to see pictures. And he didn't have any pictures on him at that time. But Jesus Christ, I can only imagine this linebacker-sized dude. I mean, he's probably 280.
Yeah.
I mean, 6'6", 6'7", something like that. Long curly hair at that point. Big bushy beard. I just imagine his face painted up. Like, wow, dude, they mean something to you if you love them that much. But like like the sincerity in his voice stunned me when he told me how much he loved ICP.
They're one of the reasons the Shoreline Ballroom in Hilton Head stopped doing concerts. That and Snoop Dogg within about a month, and they're like, nope, we're good.
Wow.
Not family friendly. We are out.
Wow. Damn, ICP.
Yep. Then they did a show out at the Music Vault as well.
Oh, I think I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah. My introduction to ICP was they had their own indie wrestling federation.
Oh, they did for a second, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they both wrestle?
I think so.
Yeah.
And so right when I started wrestling in Illinois, the guy that was training me had like a video of one of their events. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And they're like, oh, it's ICP. I'm like, who's ICP? Like, they're a band. I'm like, why are they wrestling? They should just do whatever they want. So that was my introduction to ICP. And then I think ICP, made appearances in both WCW and WWF, depending on, because they came out with the oddities. Because I think WWE has to edit out an ICP song that plays out the oddities because they no longer have the rights to it when you watch it now on the network.
Rhett says, I worked both of those shows, Snoop and ICP on Hilton Head. Rhett, now that you mentioned that, I mean, like, were those shows ridiculous? Like, did people freak out? Did they break stuff? I mean, was it like a Woodstock 99 type situation? Is that why they didn't do shows there anymore? Liquid. They were also a Woodstock 99 savages. They were.
I don't remember hearing specific stories. I just think with Snoop, there's a lot of weed. And I mean, and Shoreline Ballroom was in the Hilton Head Racket and Tennis Club. I mean, it was like their ballroom. It was a nice little hotel kind of area. So I think there's a lot of weed. And then what is ICP throw? Was it Faygo soda?
Yeah, Faygo, yeah.
So a lot of Faygo. So I mean, I think it was just that added up to where like, yeah, we're out. And I remember it's like
it wasn't a lot. It was all the Faygo.
All the Faygo. And they were like, we're not doing anything that's not family friendly anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like a year and a half after that, we tried to bring in. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with weed, but after that, we tried to bring in Buck Cherry, and I mean the record label was going to like pay for all of it, and Shoreline or the place is like, nope, don't even ask.
Interesting.
Really cloudy at Snoop's show. ICP was just crazy and insane. Yeah. Coming up next, we got brand new stuff from Aaron Jones. It is called Supercharged. Out of his 3 songs that he's released, this is my favorite. And I believe he's going to be at downtown, right? District Live?
Yeah, he'll be at District Live in October.
Oh, I can't wait for that. And he's also part of Rockville, so super excited to see him.
I believe it's October 23rd. October 23rd, Aaron Jones is going to be at District Live.
Okay. All right, so we got about 3-ish minutes.
People are, just case once again, we talked about it a couple times. So Spider-Man No Way Home, the trailer came out, the very first trailer. People have been clamoring for it. There was a leak of it online Sunday night. They officially released it last night around 7 o'clock. So people are like going over every frame of the footage to figure out who the villains are going to be. Now, immediately someone took a screenshot. It's very shadowy of someone breaking into Doctor Strange's mansion. They think that the hulking figure is the return of the Lizard from the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man. So,
okay,
possibly he could show up. So interesting. People are freaking out for some Spider-Man, dude, and I completely get it. I am too. I really cannot wait to see this film. I liked both of the first 2 films. I wasn't in love with them as much as I was the original trilogy. I don't know why, but Tobey Maguire, he's my Spider-Man. Tom Holland's good. I just don't like him as much as Tobey Maguire.
You mean the best? The best.
I don't. I didn't stutter, and you didn't hear me wrong. You very well heard me right. Tobey Maguire's the best. But yeah, I am excited to see this film, especially like a Sinister Six styled movie. They've been talking about it for decades, technically, at this point. So
yeah, and with the trailer, spoiler alert, but it's the trailer. So there's this, it like talks about erasing the fact that everybody knows, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and I have to go back and rewatch it, but it almost made it look like Doctor Strange agrees to do this spell to erase everything. And then, like, mid-spell is like, oh, by the way, it's going to F everything up, guy. Everything's going to be messed up. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man's like, why are we doing this then? I don't know. Very weird, but it looks great. All right, we got about 1:20.
So what's really funny is I was watching a YouTube video while I was working a couple of weeks ago, and it was some guy talking about what the trailer is going to be. And I'm not joking. He nailed it.
Did he?
He's like, my inside source says it'll go like this and this and this. And I was like, that's it. He called it. I forget what YouTube video I watched, but it was like some guy maybe from New Rock Stars who literally broke down the trailer weeks before it came out, frame for frame almost.
Had a really, really good connection.
Yeah. Big time. You said we're at 3 minutes?
We got about 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds. Even better. Here we are. End of the show, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Chicks on Dudes, Mount Rushmore tomorrow. Should be a fun show.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, 15. We'll be right back. All right, before we get out of here, one more time, I'm going to check in with Marshall's music news.
So Static X bassist Tony Campos has confirmed the band's plan to release the second volume of Project Regeneration. So what they did was they went back and they found the old recordings from Wayne Static that were never released for albums and stuff, and they've kind of gone back and reworked the music and have released it. Now they've released Project Regeneration Volume 1, and now they plan on releasing Project Regeneration Volume 2. He goes, we just announced some stuff for Europe next year as for shows. He goes, we'll be announcing some more stuff in the coming weeks, and hopefully we can get back on track and finally get Volume 2 out. Its songs are built from the remaining demos that we recovered. And he goes, like the first volume, it will mostly consist of material created around isolated vocal performances from Wayne. Just one song from Volume 1 was something completely new. Now, Volume 2 will probably have 2 or 3 new songs that have nothing to do with Wayne on it, but there's just some space to fill on this second volume that we want to put out. So there's more Static X on the way, and it sounds like they're going forward as a full band. Now, the lead singer of the band currently looks to be the lead singer formerly of Dope that is going to be joining the band. But he had a mask on for a while. They wanted to keep it secret. I don't know why, but he sounds very close to Wayne, and it's kind of exciting to have Static X back. I love that band growing up.
Yeah.
Wisconsin Death Trip was one of my favorite albums growing up as well. So it's kind of cool these guys have gotten back together and are working with this, and they're actually putting together the second volume, Project Regeneration, with the original Static X producer, Ulrich Wild. So it's kind of cool they got the band back together in the most part.
All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, we're going to be joined by Mac at the top of the 9 o'clock hour for Chicks on Dudes. If you have a question for Mac, email the show, kmshow@rock1061.com. We'll also be putting together the Mount Rushmore of celebrity voices.
Oh.
Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. As always, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Rock 1061.
All right, gang, thanks for hanging around. Do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Have a good rest of your Tuesday.
See you guys.